Ooh. Smooth.
You know what? I'd like it. I dig it. We're going with this for the track now.
Are you trying to seduce me,
Oh,
Mr.
yes.
Ragnar?
What with the?
Because if
What with
you
the
are,
jazz?
it's working.
Oh yeah, the F courtesy of that listen Padma. Why is my thing in edit mode?
I don't know. I may have been looking at something, but let me know when you're live, Jinx.
I am live.
All right, cool. So, enjoyed the jazz accompanying intro for this episode, episode 7 of Elemental Odyssey, in which our intrepid
Okay.
band, made up of half nature
heard the
goddess
snaps.
worshippers, has on the trail of a cult who had some of its members jump them while they were driving across the ocean. You know, as you do. They met up with Padma's family, also encountered the face they had met in the Niflheim facility, Arvin Ravi, her cousin. And after a bit of exposition for what he did to get rid of the turned out to be cursed gauntlet on his hand, he's now taken to coming with you guys to see why the fuck he had it on him to begin with. But seeing as how the lead Skara had led him to a bit of a dead end, at least for the moment, they found the order for that led to his capture and the death of 2 other paladins. But they're like, okay, we need to dig into this because there's something here. We got to find something. So give us some time. We'll call you up when we have anything. So in the meantime, you guys are going to go say, hey, there's a cult nearby. Let's go gank them because, well, they're cultists. You don't like cultists.
Cultist bad.
Yeah. Upon arriving just sort of out of town, at the edge of town, near ruins of a castle called Farnot, held by some evil ancient overlord who got ganked by 10,000 peasants before he could do his evil shit. You found as the first guard, a rather mediocre looking android, and then a necromancer, some random fighty dude, and a dwarf wizard who had apparently summoned a big giant head. Among the necromancer's troop of skeletons was literally a giant femur with big burly muscle man arms for whatever reason. And you have summarily just finished dispatching all of them, ending with Snek doing a sick, the raddest shit you've ever seen, full on mission status sick. Because there was gun spinning flips. He was upside down in the air doing Machinist's heated slug shot and just blew this thing away. Snickbot also almost died, but don't worry about it. You guys all leveled up.
You can't kill Snackbot.
Mm-hmm. But at the start of the fight, Celestine prayed for help, and nature answered by way of summoning 3 ghost wolves made of orange and green energy, who are currently chewing on the necromancer's corpse.
Nom 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 nom.
Because fuck him in particular.
Well, now the fight's over, they back away from the body, or at least they also turn towards Celestine.
Oh.
Then they all howl at once. No. At you, and then vanish in a scattering of ethereal leaves and flower petals. So, you have dead people to loot, and continuing further on to whatever the hell is happening at the main ruins of the castle, not at these strange ponds. What you up to?
I'm gonna go loot that necromancer, cause fuck him.
Go up to Necromancer and roll 2 loot. So roll investigation.
I'm gonna loot the dwarf.
Under the F.
F.
Let me just move that.
There it is.
Did the android anything?
Roll investigation to loot him.
Jesus. I don't find shit.
No, you do. You would have, but you kind of face planted and landed in a mud puddle, and so did Snick.
God damn it.
Alright. Excited for Vegas?
2 back-to-back fail. Crit fail investigations. God.
I'm helping.
Okay. Who are you trying to help?
I guess.
Snick is way
Zakio.
down here, so.
Yeah, it'd be Zakio. The Necromancer didn't like have much. Like he had his, book of necromancy spells, his component pouch, which just has, spell components he had use for. He also had a few like random extra bones just in his pocket in case he needed it. He also had a skull that, for whatever reason, is named Clarence.
It's a demi-lich.
Do you like mess with the skull?
Don't touch it.
Well, no, it's like written Clarence on like the back of it, and it also doesn't have a jaw. It's just a skull.
I'm gonna chew on it.
Oh, God.
You chew on the skull. It's kind of stale.
Ew. I'm gonna bury it.
You buried the skull.
Hey, what's this thing? Is this like a llama with arms? I can't really see.
It's a bone.
Oh, the one that says this one here, this guy who's moving.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that's a giant like femur. That's like has
It
just
is
2
mine.
like curly arms. Or well, it did, but they've been destroyed and is now it's just basically like a giant leg bone off a dinosaur.
Brutal.
And Celestine has claimed.
It is also Celestine's.
Celestine also, after he chews the head, buries the skull. It's like, wait a minute, giant bone, jump!
Do I find anything on Dwarf Man?
Similarly to Necromancer, you find his component pouch, his spell book, an arcane focus, which appears to just be this slightly bedazzled glove. Like, it looks a bit gaudy for your taste, but it's an arcane focus.
If nothing else, I'll take it and sell it.
But if anyone wants to try again on the robot, they certainly can go back up there and search that mediocre android.
I think Snake did. Maybe?
He tried, but he crit failed.
I can try to help.
I'll also come help.
Alright, then both of you roll investigation. Much like his appearance suggests, his armaments are like thoroughly mediocre. It's like a
Yeah.
metal gauntlet, a gun. It's like basic bitch shit, and you're like,
That's because
damn,
he's
this guy
mighty number
sucks.
9.
Exactly.
Mediocre
Mediocre name of the
5.6.
Uh-huh.
5.6 is being generous.
Well, it's like was its official rating somewhere, I think.
Right.
But yeah, you
He needs to
don't find
upgrade to
anything.
X.
Yeah, he has a gun, just a basic pistol. Ammo for it, that's about it. There's also the fighter dude who is right here.
I will go investigate him.
Then walk up and roll to investigate.
Let's see.
He was the turkey the whole time.
My lame 10.
Don't worry, he's not exactly subtle with what he's carrying. He's got a suit of inferior to what anyone in this party is wearing armor. A shield with just like a generic crest on it. And then a longsword. Doesn't seem to be magical.
Does the crest denote anything familiar, or is it literally just insert generic crest here?
Just generic crest here, yeah. You guys have the crest is probably just the maker of it, and you've probably seen like dozens of them like that before. So,
How utterly unexciting.
Yeah, these guys weren't all that interesting, but between all of them, you found enough gold for everyone to get another 30. So everyone gets plus 30 gold.
That means pad thai noodles and sushi night.
Aw, yeah. But I presume Celestine is claiming the stick and putting it in his doggy bag of holding.
Yes.
You now
He's
have
so
you
excited.
now have one large stick, or one large
Yay.
bone.
He's so
You could
excited.
probably club someone with it and use it effectively as a warhammer. But that would also potentially run the risk of breaking it because it is still a bone.
But then he would dual wield.
He unfortunately does not have a thing that lets him dual wield two-handed weapons.
Yet.
At least not proficiently.
Yeah.
5e have pinky grip.
Have what?
Grip. That's what that's called.
What was
Uh,
the game that had
Fighting
wolves
grip,
where
isn't
they
it?
had the weapon in their mouth and they would just run around in circles with like the sword sticking out of their mouth?
Let's say I
Okay,
know
what?
repeat.
Okay,
Sif in
what's
Dark Souls.
Oh, it was probably Dark Souls.
I was to say repeat in Vesperia.
Also repeat. But yeah, no, there's... He just has a bone, which for Celestine, it's supposed to be like a continuous just like thing he needs to chew on when he needs to calm down, just like bone time, chomp, 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 chomp.
Celestine, both.
They will be strongly boned if they fight Celestine.
Oh god.
Oh, the implications.
Enter the bone zone.
Yeah, well, they're either getting the bone or they're getting Red Rocket. It's up to them.
But yeah, it was all pretty unremarkable loot off these guys.
Basic bitches.
Also, if you'd like, I can tell you what all the other stuff you pulled off those dudes on the boat does now, because I actually finished what the loot is.
Yes, priest.
Okay, well, Snake already knows what the shotgun does, because, well, it's a shotgun.
Yeah.
He
fucking
now has
shotgun.
a cleave.
You better know what the fucking shotgun does.
There is the weapon the dude in the purple had is the champ lamp. It is a quarter staff that deals 1d8 plus 1 plus your strength or dexterity damage because it's a finesse weapon. Has the versatile property and on a successful hit deals an additional 1d4 force damage.
Well, don't remember who had what, and I forgot to put anything. I
Well,
grabbed in my
it doesn't. Well, I
inventory.
assume you guys have had like a day. You guys were chilling at Padma's house for a while, so you had time to investigate all this stuff. So you can like
Yeah, I'm just
juggle
saying I
them.
don't remember who had what because I didn't put anything I grabbed in my inventory.
Well, don't worry about it. You can decide that now.
Okay.
But if anyone wants to hit people with a big old stick that does a fair bit of damage, they can. There's also the blue crystal dagger you pulled off of the hat guy, which does 1d6 plus dexterity damage, and on a successful hit, the weapon builds up a charge for 2 rounds or until you successfully make an attack with it. And if you make an attack while it's charged, it does extra damage. Then there's the whirling blades, which are the matched brass scimitars. It's a 2-handed weapon, but it's because you're holding a scimitar in each hand and you swing them as one attack.
So what you're saying is you're dual wielding, but you're not dual wielding.
You're flavor wise you're dual wielding, but mechanically speaking it's one weapon. And they are d6 plus dexterity damage because they are dex based
Can we
weapons.
declare that you have to be called a street rat for the entire time that you're using radiant weapons?
No, not in this case. Then there was the versatile hammer that he also had called the Ruin Hammer, where it does a d8 plus strength damage, and if you hit something with it, they have to make a con save or have their movement speed dropped by half for 1 round.
What weapon
Things-
was that again?
This is a hammer. It's
Oh,
like
that's that hammer.
very cartoonish hammer. Like the cartoonish like wooden mallet kind of looking thing.
Okay.
But it on a crit, they have disadvantage on the save to not have their movement speed drop because you just gave them a concussion. and undead and constructs automatically fail to save. So if you're having to run away from like a golem, you can hit it with the hammer and just keep running. Just pop, bye.
Oh, if only I had a chain of returning. Just be like, nope.
Yeah. Then there was the dagger you pulled off of the Catman, which does a d6 plus your attack modifier damage because it's a finesse weapon, so strength or dex. It deals 3 times the weapon damage, 3 times the weapon damage on a critical, and once per combat you can make a brutal attack with it, which does extra damage. Then there is the eye patch that Celestine pulled off of Catman, which is how he went invisible. It is an arcane leather eye patch that once per dawn allows the wearer to go invisible for 3 rounds and gain blind sight out to 60 feet while in this state of invisibility. You can also, as an action that ends the invisibility, make a leaping attack at any enemy within 30 feet and attacking with advantage and dealing extra damage on a successful hit. So basically, when you have the side patch, you can stealth, sneak up on a dude, and then just jump out and go for his throat.
Ooh.
It requires attunement. Then the last is the last that actually does something cool is the cape off of the guy with the lamp. While you wear it, you basically, while you're wearing the cape off that guy, you can use plunge, basically. So you have a gap closer. The helmet doesn't really do anything. It's just a helmet that you can see out of perfectly fine. Like, you put it on, it's not even... you feel it on your head, but there's no, like, obstruction to your vision. That's about it. It looks cool.
Question on the plunge cape. Could I effectively double my distance I could use replica rush with? Technically? Or not so much, because 5e technically doesn't have a charge.
Well, replica rush is still just... It doesn't matter with replica rush for, like, if you charge or not anymore. It did in Pathfinder, but here, no, I nerfed it, so it doesn't.
Right.
But with this, you could... Well, as a move... Well, the official description is, while wearing it as a move action, you can jump up to your speed in any direction without provoking an attack of opportunity. So if you're standing next to someone and you just want to get away, you can just whoop, jump away.
Ooh.
Or, as an action, you can jump up to half your movement speed at any target within that range. And then, attack them immediately.
I kind of want that cape.
So you want to have the cape then?
Yeah. What was it? Describe the half movement speed again to me.
I'm just going to put the item in your inventory so you'll be able to look at it.
Okay.
Just for the sake of ease. So you'll see your character sheet go into edit mode here in a second. Once it loads on my end, come on, you piece of shit. Thank you.
Oh, dick.
I want to stop sniffling.
Then stop.
I've tried.
Try harder.
Doesn't work like that.
Sure it does. Just don't
Not
know
with
yet.
that attitude.
Yeah.
All right, the champion's mantle is now in your inventory, Zakio. And that is what it does. Basically, you have some sick ups now.
In any direction. So basically, I could literally break my own ankles if I really wanted to.
Well, any direction you can logically move. You can't, like, jump straight down through the ground.
No, I mean, like, jump straight up 35 feet in the fucking air.
Well, if something's above you, then you can jump and grab it, or that.
That's true. Just don't miss the grab.
You could also,
so
if you-
action. Okay.
But with the action one, if you said you think that's action, you could still move up to your speed and then use the jump. In that case, so you can travel your speed and then more. If it's just out of range, you just jump on him. That coat is how he was able to attack the big guy when you used your right on him, or your curse or whatever. Did Celestine want the eye patch?
Yes.
Okay.
I completely zoned out, but I don't think I'll be interested in anything.
Yeah, none of this seems like stuff. It's basically, for most of you, it's just stuff to sell. For Celestine, let's add you that eye patch.
Let's see. It doesn't say in here the mantle does not require attunement, I assume?
The mantle does not require attunement. No, the eye patch did, however.
Okay.
So Celestine is now attuned to that because you had time to
And
properly
you get
equip it.
3 total attunable items you can have on you?
Yes. You attune to 3 magical items that require attunement at once.
How far does that cape let Jinx jump?
It lets-
His movement.
in my case, 35 feet. That's
Needs to be 36. That way this becomes a reality.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do
I need
even
to know
wanna
what this
look at
is. Oh, the lie.
Oh, for the love of God.
You know how many humans advise you to had heart attacks in Africa? Yeah.
I'd allow it as long as he says boingy, 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 boingy every single time.
Well,
No.
I mean, he could jump that high and then just start cutting anything while he's in the air because it's technically just his move to do that jump.
Or no, he has to go yeet!
Yeet!
That is great.
Oh.
But yeah, Celestine, you now have capability to go stealth and then just gank a bitch.
Oh, and just to make sure, is that
You also have a sick eye patch now, which,
kind of
as you put it on, you can see perfectly fine through it.
Huh.
And in fact, from anyone seeing you from the outside, it appears that your eye is now just a glowing bit of energy on the outside of the eye patch.
Oh, you know, you are now a character from a high school anime.
But yeah, the eye patch doesn't impede your vision. So you have sick eye patch stealth capabilities and can just jump at a bitch.
the mantle is kind of an at-will thing. It's not a
Yeah, the mantle is an at-will because it's not all that powerful. It's just mobility. You also have a sick purple and blue cape now.
Chill.
So
I have a
you guys are
potential 52.5 feet I can move in one turn. Potentially. Depending on how I use it.
well, no, your half movement it rounds down to the nearest 5. So in your case, you have a total of 50.
50, yep.
If you because you spend 30 to move, 35 to move, and then another 15 you can jump with this. If your movement speed ever goes up, however, that number also goes up.
Yup.
Or if you need to cross a 30-foot gap, you can just fucking yeet your way across. Totally fine.
Yeet.
Whoop. But are you guys done with your lootings?
Yeah.
I believe so.
I'm assuming the skellies don't have anything to loot. They don't usually.
They had like basic bitch weapons, nothing that caught your eye enough to warrant taking.
Yeah.
Celestine maybe buries a couple.
Celestine's got enough 2 toys.
Celestine buries some bones in case I need them for winter.
Winter is coming.
Yeah. So then you guys want to press deeper?
Yes. Stealthily.
Alrighty. If you want to be stealthy about it, roll be stealth.
I'm rolling. As soon as that character sheet opens here.
Boom.
God damn.
Oh.
Bam.
Oh, actually, do I have something that...
I almost was just like, I'm not gonna roll stealth, but you know.
You're a dex-based character. You better fucking roll stealth.
I'm definitely not dex-based.
Yeah. Is Celestine gonna be sneaky?
Oh no, wait, I'm getting voices mixed up. That was Loda, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
Kill.
I think Karina's talking to him.
Oh.
Excuse me. I'll be back. I'm gonna see if I can do something about this sniffling.
Okay.
Showed him the way to the F.
Just gather all y'all peoples up. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll worry about Celestine in a minute. Because we have a new map.
Yeah,
You guys are in the top right corner.
Yay.
As you step, past the broken skeletons, the dead dudes, and the wolf paw prints that just suddenly stop. You keep approaching the castle, and you see an arcane glow off to one side, and you sort of pivot and go that way. There's an altar just a little bit to like the left of the main castle grounds, up like on a stone that the stone platform you're seeing right before you, with a statue that depicts 5 people in a circle, and there's a glowing orb in the middle. As you closer, you also see 2 groups of people near the altar. Well, 2 groups of people, and one of them has a dragon. A small dragon, but a dragon nonetheless. Does not exactly look like they're in the best case. They're in the best circumstance with each other, because it looks at a distance they're like talking about something. There's like some animated motions. They might be arguing, but it's hard to hear. You just hear voices.
Is it fairly open up to them?
Yeah, these things here, these like things that look like clay pots, are pillars that are about 30 feet tall.
Okay, other than that, it's pretty open, so it'll be very
Yeah.
difficult to stealth up.
And the stairs you're coming up to ascend like a slow grade up about another 5 feet off the ground, and then the ones closer to where they're all standing are another 5-foot grade. So it's not enough you could like hide here very effectively, unless you like seriously scrunched up down. Like Sneck could hide easily because Sneck is tiny.
Because Sneck is small.
Him small.
Probably get spotted on the way up if we go up.
Well, that depends on if they're looking at it. They seem distracted because they are talking amongst themselves.
And it doesn't look like anyone's angry or anything from what we can tell. Just some animated talking, it looks like you said.
Yeah, because it's like hard to see. Like you had to move around. You can't really see these guys behind this pillar because, well, there's this one and this one in the way. But you can kind of glimpse like this dude back here, sort of, because like he'll be pacing back a little bit.
Okay.
Like he moves like occasionally. Like it's like sort of that, just like, oh my god, like that moment where like you go, ugh, and then you step away, then you turn back to the conversation. It looked like that a few times. He was also wearing like these weird blue flowy robes, but it's hard to tell if he's a mage or just a cultist.
If we approach, I'll try to like hang back since I know I'm not stealthy.
But you can, however, see very easily that. No, I wanted to do the pointer thing.
There's a Durgan.
Yeah, you can see the Durgan. You can see someone like only like absentmindedly paying attention to the conversation. It looks like she's more focused on her Durgan friend. It's not like a terribly big Durgan. In fact, it's by all dragon accounts fairly small looking. So either it's just a small dragon or it's very young. It takes you a minute to, but as you're looking at it, after a moment, like you see it like shifts a little, and its scales seem to glitter like a prism, and you realize, all of you like sort of realize at once, that's a light dragon.
What do I know of light dragons?
Roll me nature if you want to know what you know about light dragons.
Where are you, oh nature? There you are. Oh,
Shiny.
no, shit. It's like I know
All you
this.
can think, you look at this light dragon, all you can think of is like those movies where like the vampire just gets smote by a beam of light from on high.
Celestine, you're not allowed to know more about nature than me. That's not fair.
You both
I
worship the
live in
goddess of
nature.
nature. You both worship the goddess of nature. You're on the same fucking page.
No, I know.
But Fenless, you know, light dragons, smaller ones are like the most commonly known to like potentially bond with the shorter lived, mortal races. Like actively, befriend them and travel with them and cram. So this person has made a powerful ally, and they've done, very good and noble things. Because if otherwise, that dragon would have just tried to eat them and then left. Celestine, you know all that. Plus, it's probable this person has raised that dragon from birth. Like they were basically this dragon's mom when it was a baby. Because situations like that, a light dragon will, if it trusts someone enough, it will give them an egg from its clutch, and they can, then raise the offspring. So, again, this person has a powerful ally, not just in the dragon that they have with them, but in that dragon's mom. So this person has like 2 tiers of friend. Also, I'll be right back. Food is ready.
And I'll take that to go to the bathroom.
What? No. It's on my Twitter.
I'm just trying to figure out how to proceed with this.
I say we just march right up.
I'm back. I took a couple aspirin, so we'll see if that helps. I also have apple juice and a cookie the size of a tea plate.
That sounds like a plan.
Well, I already had
Sounds
dinner.
amazing.
That sounds like dinner.
I already had dinner.
I haven't yet.
I haven't either. Also, I would love apple juice right now.
I love apple juice.
I've learned to like apple cider.
That makes me want
better.
some. Yeah, I want some hard cider right now. That'd be really
I like
good.
I like cider too.
Yeah.
Hard cider I need to be in the mood for.
Yeah.
There's one that's out here in California that I like. It's they got different flavored ciders. It's called Strongbow.
Strongbow's good. They're on the not as bitter side.
Yeah.
I was to say the local tavern in the dead of winter usually has a hot cider, which I like to get, but they are
Ooh, that's kind of cool too.
yeah, it's very nice.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Also,
Welcome
we need
back.
slightly different music now because of Freeze-Ins. Where the fuck is this track that's playing?
No more
There it is.
seductive jazz.
Yeah.
Sadly, no.
Although
Yeah.
Darian, if you like Celtic stuff, I need to throw Tartanic at you.
Ooh.
Bagpipes and steel drums.
Throw it all at me. I love it.
He
I'd
doesn't
be
even need to
down
hear it, he just knows.
I'd
Yep.
be down to give that a listen. See what that sounds like. Throw it at me later.
I'm just gonna throw it in the D&D channel.
There you go.
That's
Sounds
one of
good.
their songs. My family and I found them at one of the Ren Fests, so that should say something.
Sounds beautiful already.
I mean, let me put it
That's-
this way: when a group of people walked away from their little stand, they were saying, "We're bagpipes and drums. You'll hear us anyway."
Here we go. This will work. But are any of you going to try to... Tori, did you need me to recap what they saw? Or did they fill you in?
No, I kind of need.
Okay.
I see a ritual going on, but that's about it.
Okay, as you're approaching this altar that's slightly off to the side of the main ruins of Castle Farnot, there's a ritual of like 5 statues of like dudes look in like robes holding their hands towards the center, and there's like an orb forming in the middle. You can kind of
I see
see...
a dragon.
Yes, that is a light dragon that Celestine identified as probably being raised by birth by the person it's with.
I want to befriend it.
Well, you know that this light dragons do that, and it's common that the mother is the one willing to, share one of her progeny with someone who has done them a great service, been a good friend or whatever. So the fact that this woman, it is the woman who's tending to it, has one means she not only has friendship with this dragon, but this dragon's mother.
Oh boy, I want a dragon buddy.
Get the Find Familiar spell.
Don't let your hippogriff friends hear you say that.
I'll befriend all of them, and it's griffins.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
she'll be the Disney princess of this campaign. Don't worry. But there appears to be...
I could turn myself into a copper dragon and you can pretend.
Yay!
Oh god.
Oh yeah, because some wormlings are challenge rating 1.
Yep.
But there appears to be some dudes you can kind of see milling about behind one of these pillars over here, because these like clay pot looking things are like 30-foot tall pillars. And this whole incline, despite how steep it looks, like here, this whole thing from like the stairs you're at to the top of it is like only 10 feet, and then this is another 5 feet. And these ones are another 5 feet up. So you don't have a lot of rooms like if you try to hide right here. Except if you're Snake, in which case you're a boss. But if you guys want to approach and try to listen in, because you can hear a discussion. It sounds loud enough to hear, but the woman with the dragon seems like mostly disinterested in what's going on. She's just like, dragon friend, focus.
Yeah, I'll try and stealth up a little bit just to get an earshot.
Roll me stealth. Okay, how close are you going to try to get?
Trying to think of where I can move and stay somewhat.
Oh
out of
fuck, the
sight.
music wasn't on repeat. Shit.
I'm just trying to visualize in my head where I can go and be
Bless you.
Bless you.
somewhat obscured to most of those groups there.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Dude, this is a big old fucking tree, isn't it?
What is?
This big old thing right here.
Well, to be fair, the guys on that platform are 15 feet up.
Right.
So, yeah, if you went this way, you could, be well beneath their view because the only one who would really see you would probably be the dragon, and the dragon doesn't seem to be looking in your direction.
I think I'll go that way.
All right. Plus, it's not like with your cape of mad ups, you can't get up there very quickly if you need to.
Right there. Just gonna kind of hide behind underneath the tree, or how close do I gotta be to be in earshot?
Might need to move like 2 squares forward.
2 squares forward.
All right, now if you want to listen and roll me perception.
Hey, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
If I traded for this spell temporarily, would you consider this spell, because I'm in range to cast it, would that be stealthy? Because it doesn't explicitly say that their vision is blocked, but fog.
They would be concerned because suddenly a wall of fog appeared. They would know you were there. That would be more a beacon, I'm here, than it would be stealthy.
Okay.
I threw
That's what I figured you'd say.
Also, that is the cookie.
That's a big cookie.
I was gonna say that is a regular drinking. That is a 8-ounce drinking cup next to it.
Big ass cookie.
A big ass cookie.
Delicious.
And I rolled a 10.
You rolled a flat 10 regardless. You can kind of catch what's being talked about. It sounds like there's a dispute either about money or about what's going on between like some hired hand, some like hired thugs, finger quotes, and then the probably the cultists.
These guys, from what little I'm gathering, these guys are more hired help.
Yeah, the people on the side with the dragon lady are. It sounds like they're not happy, or at least the ones she's associating with, because like a few times you'll see her like look over and like say something that sounds like just an agreement. So you're assuming that like her and her companions are arguing with the cultists. You also don't appear to have been noticed approaching. You do, however, in the tree above you, you hear some rustling. You look up, a bird flies away. You see the dragon's head just whoop over, and then just watch the bird fly away.
I just sit there quietly.
It doesn't look like the dragon noticed you. It saw a bird.
Zakio's pants are now a slightly darker shade of brown.
No.
Anyone else going to try to get closer?
I'm going to cast the spell Speak with Plants after I move. Wait, I can't do that, right? Take a move and then cast the spell.
Yeah, you can move. We're not in combat yet, so you're not restricted by your movement speed.
All right, so I'm gonna go.
You might want to. If you're gonna try to get that close, you're gonna want to stealth. So roll your stealth.
Well, I rolled 22 before. Or you want me to roll again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you just have advantages in this kind of area because, well, you're a wood elf druid, so you'll be better than most probably. Or not.
You will not.
Holy fuck!
You bastard.
I said probably fine, not will be fine. I accounted for the dice.
All right, so never mind.
You hold on. You make it about to the edge of here. You make it to this tile, but then you trip and faceplant, and you just like. Fortunately, a few more birds flutter out of the thing suddenly, and like the dragon's head just like looks around, and you just see the woman like looking over past him, and then like shake her head and just get the dragon's attention back.
God, how did I crit fail? That is so
I
sad.
just turn back toward Fenless and just silently mouth, what the fuck?
All right, so I'm going to
Fortunately,
cast...
it seems like they still didn't notice because for whatever reason. So if you wanna try to get closer again, you can try to stealth again.
No, I'll chill here because there seems to be some plants around me, and I'm going to cast the Speak with Plants spell, and then whisper like shh, and then ask them questions about everything that's passed by within the last day, which is
All the stuff that's like going on, like
correct.
okay.
At least so we might know more.
As you cast this, there's surprisingly like growing underneath of that, like slightly underneath the side of that thing you're against, is a bush of roses, and the roses, like, you hear them like chatting amongst themselves a little bit, and the one's like, shh, I got this. Yeah, the dudes up there, the ones with like the flowy stuff, robes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, robes. They've been coming by a lot. They trying to do something with the magic round here. Something about someone in a great one. I mean, I don't care. Unless it kills me, I don't give a shit. I'm a rose bush. And like you hear in the back, of course, and it's just like, shh, I got this.
The only Rose you ever met from Brooklyn.
But like there's other guys up there, right, with the big lizard?
That is correct.
Yeah, they haven't been around very long. They've been like, it sounds like they've been getting, the palms greased for the services. The boss of them's this like what is it? Tusks, kind of green, half orc. That's it. Big, kind of meaty guy. Seems to be pretty stubborn. Hasn't been the most cooperative employee. So it sounds like, hey, when do you guys kind of tune in on that? And you hear in the back, got it, boss. And then you actually, it was just this rose in the back. Just got it, boss. And it's like, they probably arguing about something, but I'm guessing if you lot got here, you dealt with the little friends up back that way, right?
Indeed.
Oh, good. The dude with the someone in the bones thing was weird. Yeah. Also, the talking head. It's really loud and shouty. I don't like stressful conditions.
It makes it
He
hard
was
to
rather
grow.
annoying.
What was that, Darian?
No,
Oh. What were you
I just
saying,
said-
Minnie?
I just said it makes it harder to grow.
Yeah.
I said, who the fuck are we talking to? Because I don't see any other token near us.
He's
is
talking
talking
to
to
plants. He's talking to a
plants.
rose bush.
Oh,
Speak with plants, fam. Don't worry. But
I'm taking Tuxedo Mask to new levels.
You're more effective than him anyway, so you're already better.
his job is done.
Akio even has the cape for that. But so
That's true.
I mean, if you want to try to get the drop on him, you probably can. I mean, the only thing that might notice you is the dragon, and well, hey, how's it going back there, Phil? Yeah, they definitely got beef, boss. It's sounding heated, like we gonna start slapping each other with steel sticks. Heated? Okay. Keep an ear out if it sounds like there's gonna be more shouting. Got it? You did apply sentience to this whole rosebush, by the way. But, so, yeah, I figure if you do, sneak in or get closer and the dragon spots you, well, dragon and his lady friend, the most upstanding around, but then, well, what light dragon isn't upstanding? So,
That is true.
if they spot you, they'll probably be like, oh, sweet, we got some flankers helping us out. So, you might have a good chance if, you try to creep up and don't do that trip thing you did again. 1 out of 10 on the land count, by the way. But if you creep up, you might, be able to catch the crazy culty dudes. And, stop whatever the hell they're up to. Or join them, or whatever the hell you're here for. I don't know. I don't judge. You do you.
Fuck.
I just stab people who try to pick me without permission.
And Padma trips and falls down the stairs.
And he goes up, back down.
Are you trying to approach stealthily?
Welcome to the crit fail club.
Okay,
If
what was
only
the
roll
religion roll?
20 had a dice jail.
Hold on. Hold on. Kel, what is the religion roll for?
Conference.
Unfortunately, there are no friends to call upon this time.
No.
Okay, before we get...
You do feel an apologetic head pat, however.
Yay.
I want to stealthily jump over here.
I will fall back down the stairs.
Stealthily jump up in visual range of like half of them.
I'm trying to avoid the view of the cultists. I'm trying to basically jump behind a pillar out of the view of the cultists.
Snack.
If that's a thing I can do.
Why is there no confusion swirlies?
For who? Whoa, hold on, Celestine, hold on. Go
I'm
back.
stealth.
Slow down.
No, they have to
Slow
They have to roll their
down.
shit because just because you stealth doesn't mean that they don't see you, because they can still hear you coming if they roll well enough.
Damn.
If you roll
Quick,
like a
Carol,
nat
sneak
20,
it is.
then no, they ain't fucking hearing shit unless they crit. But
Wanna
you
use
didn't
the eye
crit.
patch.
Are you gonna use the eye patch then?
Yes.
Okay. If you're gonna use the eye patch, then you sort of take a breath, and then you feel the magic as you just sort of. It's like watching like a predator just like
Okay.
cloak. You just disappear. What the fuck is that?
I picked the wrong thing.
Force
There we go,
lightning.
Thank you.
Darren's using force lightning.
Okay, but as you do that, Arvin will spend a second level spell and cast invisibility on himself, and don't do that. Stop! All of you!
I only did the
I'm
one.
not doing anything. I'm just trying to figure out if I can do something.
Stealth up using his.
But you're lucky
invisibility
my
spell.
tablet has
Oh god! Oh no! He's invisible and he crit. They ain't finding Arvin for 300 years. Holy god!
Hide and seek champ. You're gonna find his bones years later.
But the Celestine, since you are invisible, you can move up a bit more freely because, well, your stealth roll is a lot better because you are invisible.
Invisible.
Let's try that again. God damn it!
What is happening to Tori?
Dice
What is
jail.
this?
Dice jail.
Fall back down the stairs.
Padma, you hear a voice say, "Just stay there. I think your friend's got this."
Okay. Huh? Eh?
You don't recognize the voice, and Zakio, you actually Zakio, roll me perception.
Roll you perception.
See the woman with the dragon, like look past his wing, like sort of point with her finger, and then like sort of say, then like her lips move. Like she was whispering something to someone, but it's hard to, you can't hear what was said, because well, she was whispering.
Okay. Do I see where she was pointing? Like to who?
It looked like she was pointing behind you, so either Fenless or Pat, so someone behind you, or what are you doing, Kel?
A manic. I want them all.
Kel, hold on, stop, Kel, stop,
Stop it, Kel.
please. Okay, you were here. You used the eye patch. You can now try to get closer because you have advantage. You can try to get up to these guys if you want to.
Did it look like anything particularly bad happen to Fenlis or Padma, from what I can see?
You didn't hear any screaming, so no, nothing bad.
I mean, you might have heard a god damn it, but that was more for me falling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably.
Well, not really, because I imagine you're still trying to be quiet, so you at least kept your voice down.
Muttered,
Oh,
swearing.
you don't know
awfully.
she crit failed.
I'm gonna try to go to the top of the stairs if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, let's see.
All right.
Try my jumping thing because I'm not invisible,
Well, that's not.
but I don't know if there's enough space
Well,
anywhere to be out
not
of there.
great.
for you.
Don't worry, stealth is about to not matter, because I'm pretty sure this is because Celestine's about to fucking de-stealth and just fuck this guy's day up.
Sounds like fun.
So,
Sounds
Celestine, you are on your second turn of that invisibility eye patch. Are you going to jump out at someone and fuck them up?
I will be right back.
Which way is this? Damn it! How do I ping people?
Just hold the left click on them. This guy in the middle?
Batman. Yeah, which way is he facing?
All of them that you're coming up on, their back is to you.
Oh,
So, they do not seem to have noticed you at all.
this man's getting it.
Guy with the hat?
Yep.
All right, move your token up to him. Okay, roll me whatever weapon you're going to use.
Apple pies.
What?
Well, you're only getting one attack, so you're only getting the first one. Also, roll me additional 2d6, because you got extra damage for coming out of stealth on this motherfucker. Oh, baby. All right, then. We're going to need a different set of music now. So we'll use... Where the hell did it go? I just had it. There it is. This one.
Yes!
Destiny Ablaze. As with a howl, Celestine just materializes behind presumably the lead cultist and just poof, slams his axe right into his spine. He lets out a scream, and then Celestine kicks his axe, kicks him to get his axe out of the guy's back. Dude whirls around, the cultists whirl around, and a lot of things happen simultaneously. For starters, we are now in a surprise round. So, Zakio, if you want to jump up there now is the time to do it.
He had to be right back.
Oh,
I'm gonna rush forward then.
yeah,
Since,
you can. If you want to try to double move up, you certainly can.
Oh, hey, I can actually hit him with that from this range.
No, you can't. This pillar right here is 30 feet tall. You can't see him through it.
Damn it.
You would have to, get up on the stairs.
Well, the stairs don't seem to like me, so we're at an impasse.
You're not trying to be stealthy anymore. You can just walk up them, Tori. Jesus.
I was mostly making a joke.
She wants to be all graceful and shit.
Okay.
Every time she goes up the stairs, they just turn into a slide.
Shoot like Scooby-Doo.
Can I move forward a space or two and
You can
try to
move
shoot
forward
him?
You can move forward as much as you want, and then make an attack, and then Snackbot can just try to double move up if you want. Him too, as well. He's
Okay.
melee, so he needs to move.
Well, no, it's a 100-foot line. I don't want to cleave the potential friends, so.
Okay, now the question is, do I want to sharpshoot because Celestine's right there?
I mean, if you want to, go for it.
I wonder what would happen if I tried to cleave the statues.
Well, you don't know.
I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay. Okay. Sharpshooter or not, Snack?
I think I'll try a sharpshooter.
All right, roll me 2 shots. With advantage in sharpshooter, both of those hits. That's another 20 damage on for total. And who are you shooting at?
I was going to shoot at the lead cultist.
Okay. All right. Fenlis, are you going to try to get any closer? Darian?
He's thinking.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
No.
No. Ha ha
I
ha.
can't hear you, Darren. I don't think they heard what you were doing.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you at first, and then when you
Yeah.
said,
I'm gonna have to turn my sensitivity back up again.
I thought you were humming in thought, so.
That's
Oh.
what he did. Yeah, Minnie and I heard it.
Alright. I'm gonna move there.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna assume that Zakio's just like, fuck it, and just gonna get himself up here. Bump. For now, for the sake of expedience. With Orzal in hand. And immediately after Celestine pulls his axe out of this dude, there's 2 gunshots, and then boom, boom, that lead cultist summarily now has 2 fresh holes in his shoulder. And just screams and ow, fuck. Bashed my knee on my cedar chest
Screams
again.
an owl.
Yeah, just screams in pain. And now I'm gonna need all y'all.
What about me cleaving the statues?
Oh, right. 1 second. Let me.
I am back. Sorry about that.
It's alright, you've been.
Don't worry. I figured you wanted to jump up there because shit has started.
Oh,
So I jumped you up. Roll me initiative.
What did Kel link?
Oh, did I do that right?
Wow, I actually have high initiative for once. I don't know what to
All
do
the
with
dog
myself.
memes.
Mufasa!
Yeah.
Mufasa!
4?
Well, to be fair, you did you're kind of excited tail wagging at the fact you just stealth ganked a bitch. Yeah, I did it. Oh fuck.
But he's not dead.
Well, he's been axed by you pretty hard, and then he got fuck trained by 2 shots from Sneck to the tune of
20
42 damage?
The tune of fuck you damage.
to the tune of the Answer the Universe damage. Fuck. And you and then Padma also just lights it up with a lightning bolt that cleaves through the statue in the arcane ritual. The magic seems merge with it, and now shit's it doesn't look like the controlled thing, so it's crackling with lightning, and you fucked it up. You don't know how or what it'll do now, but whatever it's doing, you just suddenly violently shoving magic into it hasn't helped it at all.
Yay!
Probably. You don't know.
You're trying to get us all killed. Don't know
Trying to
what
break
that
the
does.
statue!
So hold on, I need to add turns for all of these boys,
What
because
is
there are many
Minnie
boys.
drinking?
That's apple juice.
I want apple juice.
I do too.
I'll share apple juice, but yes, that is one of the cookies I got. My family brought me back a pack of 4 from West Virginia. My younger brother had his 24th birthday on Wednesday, on the 21st, so they surprised him.
Happy birthday to him.
Well, don't worry. The cultists collectively
Yes,
have a shit
4.
initiative because it's easier for them. Their boss, however, slightly more gumption. He rolled a total of 11. Actually, I'm gonna.
Oh, him and I go at the same time now.
I'm actually just gonna limit the other guys to the same turn initiative as the dragon, so I just have to roll for the dragon. Because then it's not 50,000 things on the fucking initiative order. Oh, baby, this dragon is going places. This team is going places. They crit.
Nice.
Alrighty. Alright, so first on the initiative order is the team of presumed adventurers or just other, hired goons. It's rather a lot of them. So seeing Celestine and the gunshots ring out, it's like the guy in the front who's this half-orc who's just like, well, I guess all bets are off then, and just runs up and starts trying to beat this fucking cultist's head in. He summarily cracks this guy over the head twice with a fucking mace for... Oh, baby. For 15 damage to the cultist in the bottom. His more heavily armored friend, who appears he might be a paladin, is going to head up to another cultist and make his own slaps. Oh, baby, he crit on that second one. With his longsword. Rip this cultist. Just enough to end him. He just sees this paladin in paladin would he be of? In predominantly like orange and yellow colors. Seems to be a paladin of the goddess of knowledge, Saria. So a scholarly paladin who has just proceeded to, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna kill you. Their friend in the back is going to also jump into the fray and summarily try to gank the dude his friend with the mace slapped. How ended is this particular cultist now?
Probably very much so.
He is summarily also dead, because the small fry cultists are pretty bitch weak. The dude in the back appears to be a mage, and he's going to cast Firebolt on the dude behind the one who was just summarily murdered. For an attack roll of this. Oh god, he crit too!
They're really done with this bullshit.
Oh yeah, no.
Shit. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys wanted to fight?
Fuck.
I already got 2 shots in.
Don't mind the DM just fighting himself here, killing everyone.
It's like Matt Mercer with Yank and the Ice Dragon. The DM just playing with his toys for 20 minutes. Oh god. For how fucked is this boy? Not that fucked. He just got a firebolt like right to the chest. He didn't die, but now he's like patting out his robe before he catches fire.
Yeah, he's currently on fire.
The lady with the dragon is gonna turn and point, and both her and the dragon will attack the same dude who's on the who's above the cultist leader. Each for different things. They're gonna both use spells because they're magical. Let's see, hers. Pretty good. How about the dragon? Not as good. But he's... wait, no, she's using... No, wait, no. Yeah. So, the dragon you see just, like, spit a ball of arcane light that just goes right past the dude's head because he, like, ducks. What the fuck? And then he gets hit in the face by a shot from the lady who's with the dragon. She used Ray of Frost for a total of not much cold damage, 5, but that dude is now summarily like slightly iced over. Looks very unhappy about his situation. Fenless, you're the first one in the party to do anything now. 2 guys are already dead.
Okay, so under Jinx, there's that white right next to the 2 guys who are already dead. But
all the guys in the line under Jinx are on your side as far as you know. They're attacking the cultists.
All right. And then the dragon lady and the dragon and the thing to the southwest of her, they're also on our team?
Yeah, these 3 are also on your side. The 3 still not on your side are the guys directly in front of Celestine.
All right, let's see.
So far, the leader has been summarily fucked up. and the other two dudes are, well, been hit, and, well, given their compatriots fell pretty quickly, they're probably not that much more impressive.
I don't know if I can do this without hurting Celestine.
Go for it, Darian. I got health. You can heal it back.
He has like 90 fucking health. His HP bar is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, 92 health. Celestine's a beefy boy.
Starfire, why the fuck are you on the side of the screen?
Alright, I'm gonna move first. Actually, fuck. That's 15. 15. Can I cheat and go right here?
Go right there. Go right where and do what?
Use my awesome Winter's Breath.
You are out of Winter's Breath uses.
Ooh.
Right.
You
Yeah,
only
that's
had
right.
2 and you used them both in the last fight.
Oh, that's right. We didn't rest. Good call, sir.
Well, you only get those back at a long rest, not a short rest.
Yeah.
So you load up and got your other stuff back, but not Winter's Breath.
Did I get endless rending back?
Nope.
No, that's a long rest.
Yeah. Endless Rending
Alright,
is
we're
also
gonna
down.
use. We're gonna use Thunder Wave.
Okay.
So that means I can actually stand right next to Celestine instead. Celestine will get. Oh no, I don't want to particularly piss allies off. I will go from where I was before.
Mhm.
Alright. And we're gonna stick it on level 1.
15-foot cube originating from you. 15-foot cube, you will hit everyone.
Mother-
This has a pretty big AoE. You are basically like Sonic
Wait,
Steel
is
Cycloning
it-
right now.
God damn it. Alright, hold on. What is Moonbeam is 5 foot. Alright, let's just do the usual Moonbeam then.
Do
Okay.
the old
Why
tried
not?
and true.
Seriously, that's all I do.
So what are you gonna do?
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam. And it's gonna be 5 foot, so if I...
If you plunk it directly on the dude in the middle, you will still hit Celestine.
Yeah, that well, he thought that was cool, so...
Celestine's fine. We don't want to hit the other guys because we don't.
Celestine
Yeah,
will let-
behold the light of
Well,
the
yeah,
moon,
but now all your
Celestine.
fucking enemies are in the AoE, and they don't till way after all of you. But okay, sure. Let's see. Do any of them make the con save? In fact, Celestine, make a con save.
Yeah.
They just click what? Constitution?
Constitution saving throws.
Should
Oh.
be.
It's to the right of
Okay.
your dexterity on your character sheet.
Ah, there it is.
You're fine. You only take 6 damage.
Damn, Darian. I made the saving throw and it still kind of stinks.
Power
Slightly.
of the moon that you have
Well,
to-
actually, he maxed out one die and crit failed on the other damage die because he's only doing 2d8 radiant, 2d10 radiant. Let's see, do any of them make their saves? How about these little cultist bitches? Because they are kind of shit. No! Also, no, they both rolled the same thing. How about their boss friend?
Actually, I kind of like the side.
The boss friend makes it, so it only takes 6, but the cultist right in front of you is summarily smoted by light.
By the light of the moon.
Fear his
Indeed.
radiance.
Mm-hmm. How fitting. Mm-hmm. But, alright. Now it's Arvin's turn.
I would say praise the sun, but Moonbeam.
Hail the moon! Arvin will move over here, drop his invisibility, and use Ray of Frost on that guy above the lead cultist just to deal with the damn. I was like, oh baby, and then I realized the crit was the second hit. He doesn't have advantage, so he misses. And just sort of he staggers and comes out and he just hits the pillar next to him. He's like, fuck. So he will use Quicken Arts to cast it again. That time it hits. Of course it does ass damage. Fuck you, dice. Oh my god, he rolled minimum damage on both dice for that. It's only doing more because he has a thing and adds his frickin' modifier to it. That's so sad.
So
But
he
yeah, he
literally
summarily
rolled minimum damage.
Yeah, he fired the beam, missed the first one. Oh, fuck. And you see arcane flare around him, and he fires again and just poof, beams the cultist in the back of the head. Ah, what the fuck? Oh shit! Because now this cultist is very acutely aware there's more than just the Doggo Man and Mr. Moonbeam here.
Taco Man and Mr. Moonbeam.
Moon.
Snack, you're up.
Ready?
Oh boy. So I think I'm gonna sharpshoot the cultist leader more.
Okay. Roll to shoot.
Pew pew.
Wow! That second one! Oh, no.
We need dice jails.
No, on the first shot, that you fire, catch him in the shoulder, ah! And you're like, pull, click, 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 click. Ah, fuck! You forgot to reload.
Oh no!
So you're like, ah, shit.
Silly
So you
snack.
spend the rest of your turn to reload your gun. It was better than the alternative, which is the gun breaks.
Yeah.
Padma, your
I
turn.
was gonna say we could go the Percy route here.
Well, no, I was keeping track of his ammo.
Shot
What
quite
you
a
doing,
few
Tori?
rounds out of that
I'm
rifle.
thinking.
Okay.
Yes, so lead cultist guy.
Mm-hmm.
How good are you at dodging?
Not enough. As in a very Zawardo very manner, you just sort of snap your fingers, a bunch of knives appear in the space around him. He's like, wait, what the fuck? And he just gets stabbed by like 8 knives. Ah! And then they start like hovering in space just trying to cut him up somewhere. He's like trying to swat them away like they're bees. Ah! So he's summarily being knifed. And now it is time for the snack butt.
What the poor cultist leader is going through, probably hearing right now.
Yeah. Snack butt.
Seeing as he can't get close enough to whack that dude, he's just going to like open his mouth and play some inspirational music.
Okay, so we're gonna have a soundtrack change then. Inspirational. What's a good one that I have here? Ah, here we go.
I know this one.
Oh, there we go. It's Bartree.
God, don't talk about my suffering. Don't you dare. But yeah, this is what Snackbot is playing right now.
Honestly, I think it's a remix of something from Path of Radiance, honestly.
I'm a lumberjack, but I'll join your army. No.
Please go
All right,
back to where you came
time for
from.
this man's turn.
The orbs return them to me.
Yes. God, yes. Please. I just want Valentine's Hector before his fucking banner ends.
I've given
I
up
gave
hope.
up. Yeah, I got 2 Lilianas. So,
I tried to
no.
summon him and I got a vanilla Hector, so it's just okay.
I didn't get any, but then I also used all my new orbs on that new one to try and get the psycho redhead, and it failed miserably.
She's in red sword hell, so
Yeah.
like people think colorless hell is bad. No, red hell is worse.
Oh
You know-
God.
All I want from colorless is this awesome guy named Lucius, because or is it Lucius? It's the
Yes.
blonde, almost
Yeah,
Aryan
Lucius.
guy, and I
Yeah.
just want him for my set just cause. But I can't get him.
He was actually the first 5-star healer I pulled, but my thing with 5-star healers, I got
Alright.
all of them after a car accident, so
So it was fated.
yes.
All right. So this man, not liking his situation, the fact he's been shot a bunch and
Wait, I
hit in
get
the
to
back
do
by.
I get to hit my button again.
Yeah. Roll it again. Or at least just taking damage because he's starting to turn it. As he similarly continues getting cut with fucking knives, he's just like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And he will use Misty Step to move
Fucking Misty Step.
over here. That was his bonus action. Does not provoke an attack of opportunity. Also, actually, Fenless, you need to roll Moonbeam again because he started his turn in it. Does he make the save? Not with a 5, he doesn't. So, yeah, he gets knifed, he gets beamed as he leaves. He's like, fuck all this shit. And just sort of blinks out, pivots, and then snaps his fingers. I need... Ooh. Actually, he wouldn't. He can't avoid hitting it. He's gonna be sad. He's gonna detonate a fireball that's going to hit Fenless, Celestine, Snekbot, and Zakio, his own buddy, and then the 3 other guys who are in melee range.
Dex save.
So I need a dex save out of Celestine, Fenless, Snekbot, and Zakio.
15 for Shakio.
Darian.
I'm looking for my. You said there's a special thing for the save, not just.
Yeah,
the
it's
dex?
next to your dexterity score. It's
Okay,
like
that-
the box to the right. Oh,
it's the
oh,
check.
baby, you're fine.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's a check, not a save.
Yeah, that's a check.
It's
Where's
to the right of it, of where your
Small
dexterity
box.
thing is.
I don't see it.
It's in between the dexterity stat and your HP, the little heart.
Oh, because I see the dex box. Oh, that is the whole. Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot.
There's a whole list.
Oh, you're fine anyways. Fortunately, he's not that good a mage, so his save DC was 13. You all make it.
Yeah.
You suck.
He's kind of shit on that regard. Let's see how much damage he was gonna deal, though. He would have dealt, well, let me see. Well, that's how much damage he's gonna deal. Let's see if the guys in melee make the save. That man doesn't. That man also doesn't. Neither does the guy who actually has dexterity. What the fuck? How about the cultist?
Fuck no.
No, the cultist summarily disintegrates.
Or he decided. Can I see him?
He bursts into flames and dies, and he's too
Hell,
far away
stop
to attack.
moonwalking.
No.
There we
So I was gonna try and do.
The only one he can attack at range are all allies. He has to make a melee
never mind.
attack, and this guy is out of
You
melee
know what I
range.
wanted to do, so yeah.
Yeah, like no, there is no way you could do that.
There's
right
no
now.
way he can. There's no way he can do that.
Yeah, he can't jump like the champ could. They all take
Have it.
27. You guys all take 14 damage.
We all take 19 damage.
14, 1-4
From what?
from a fireball.
Fireball.
That's why you had to make the dex save.
I don't understand saves. make the save, lose 14 health.
Well, that's the thing. Well, the saves are to take half damage. If you hadn't made a save, you could take 27.
You basically kind of dodged out of the way but got singed.
Yeah, it's like you put up your shield to block the brunt of it versus
basically
getting
it's
hit in the
slide
face.
casting. and
Yeah.
Failing every
Yeah,
race
except
time.
every time you slide cast it, that's just death.
Damn.
Not until it hits level 10 in this, in which case slide casting is like beyond all mortal ken. But now that he's done that, he's gonna try to continue running the fuck away. He will get all the way over to here. Zakio, your only quarry is getting away.
I'm well aware of this. How far away is he? I have to go around. Wait, where's the...
Is that wuss running away?
Oh, not for long, he's not.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go back to the pointer. That's 30 feet. And... oh, perfect. I'm gonna make use of the mental already.
Oh baby,
So I'm gonna jump.
let me smash.
I'm gonna jump the last 15, and I don't recall. Do I have any charges of replica rush left? Don't recall if I used it.
Believe you only used.
Yeah, I think I used one. So I
You
have
used
more.
one,
So I have
but
one more.
and yeah, because it's a. You're making the spell through the weapon. I'll let you use replica rush out of the jump. So replica rush him.
God,
You do not hit.
God damn it!
Just because you're not used to the jump, and Orzel's like, "Wait, kid, you aiming a little bit wrong, flat!" And then, boom, the knives just the swords just land around this dude who's like, "Oh shit!"
I'm so glad. I'm so sad I can't direct my daggers after him.
Yeah, sorry.
I want
Skara.
to go.
I guess I'll just double move. Is this other party gonna block my way, or can I move through them?
You can move through them, yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry.
You will have to move through the moonbeam, however, because that's the only path that won't take forever to get around. At
Shit.
I think. Actually, what's your movement total?
It's 30, so it'd be 60.
You could get to about in front of this guy. You get to this tile here without going through the explosions, like right in front of this main dude. Because there's a way to get there without going through Moonbeam. You just sort of like drift a little bit past Fenless behind it through the other dudes.
I guess is like, I don't know. Could I use like maybe a bonus action or something? To
You
look
still
at,
have your bonus action, yes.
Like what the fuck's going on with these statues?
You're gonna ask the guy in front of you?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Oh, okay. He's
Now
like,
that they've been hit with a lightning bolt.
he was fucking bamboozling us, trying to say it was some good thing, but it's summoning some demon or whatever. I don't know.
Does it look like it's still doing that, or is it looking kind of?
Now that you point this out, now that I remember that all the cultists are dead, it looks like there's 5 statues. 4 of them are not glowing anymore. There's only 1 still glowing, and the ritual looks like it's barely hanging on. Like if this ritual had 1 HP, it's got it 1.
I'm gonna, I guess, just yell to the party that we need to smash that last statue. But,
Well, here's the thing: the statues all went dim as the cultists died. One by one, they went down.
Life force, okay.
So the last one is presumably the leaders.
What you trying to summon, mate?
Okie dokie. Celestine, Fenless, roll Moonbeam again because Celestine started his turn in it. Don't worry, you only took 8 damage because he rolled low, the same as you did, Cal.
Is it just me and who else took damage from the fireball before? Just
I
me
did.
and
You, Celestine, Zakio, Snackbot, and then your 3 buddies who helped you gank those cultists right at the start.
Okay, I'm probably gonna use my turn for that new AoE heal.
Alrighty.
Oh man, are you gonna use Indom?
Yeah, Celestine. It's,
Yes, I now have Indom, actually.
Yay!
Amazing.
You have that, and you have not shitty Eos.
Yep.
And in fact, at higher levels, you can summon more than 1 Eos. You are
Take that,
literally
scholar.
the better scholar right now.
I can
You
summon
got slide
Eos and
casting, you got better
Celine.
fairies, you got Indom, you're fucking set.
Summon both Eos and Celine, bitch.
You know,
Take
if we had
that,
personal
nature.
limit breaks, that would be a cool thing. Like,
But are you gonna try to catch up to this guy, Kel?
Thank you.
Hell!
Silly boy.
I'm debating. That's 60 feet. I'd have to move twice.
Or you could move up and use your crossbow or your nature ability, because you do have your nature beam.
Nature beam.
All right. Oh yeah, you move up and beam him.
I don't have to move.
Well, you're still in the AOE. If you want to get out of the AOE, you should move. If you move to like here, you could get out of the AOE. So this way, you know, you're not in the middle of Akmorn. Okay. But yeah, you summarily just throw your hands out, and a lot like watching someone like throw knives, you just throw a bunch of like glowing leaves like they're daggers that just fly over and boom, 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 in the back of this guy. Ah! And oh baby. You hear a roar. That is not a dragon.
Oh dear.
Oh
In
shit.
fact,
That's a bear.
That's a
well,
T-Rex.
no, you're gonna have a better idea of what it is because in front of the man you see someone carrying what looks like 2 other people drop down and sort of drop the people at his feet. And oh boy. Oh boy. I need... Okay. So, who all can see this thing? Let me double check.
I can see it. It's right in fucking front of me.
Snek can see it. Arvin and Padma can't. Fenlis can kind of have a beat on it. Skara can. Zakio can. Celestine can. I need Skara and Celestine to make me religion checks right now. I also need one out of you, Zakio.
Okay. Religion. 18.
Fenlis too.
You can see it from around the statue.
Yeah, you can see it. Oh, okay. We'll start with we'll start with Fenlis for this. You've always been like kind of skeptical, like thinking emoji with like some people who claim, you know, be divinely inspired, because there's just a niggling doubt in your mind, like the gods don't really care. They're not really watching. You hear a scream in your mind and a voice that seems to come from nowhere, but as the voice keeps talking, you're like, that's a god. I'm hearing a god. I'm actually hearing a god. Holy shit. Courtmaster Virion wasn't full of himself. Holy shit. Because like he's like your superior in your little druidic order, and like he's always been like kind of stuffy noble kind of guy, but always claimed to be divinely inspired by Vernai herself. Now you can kind of like, oh, I'm hearing divinity. Oh god, why is it screaming? Zakio, you hear Alias shout, "Holy shit, what the hell is that thing?"
What thing?
In front of you, that thing! And you feel someone pointing over your shoulder at the, like, dragonborn-looking guy who's appeared in front of you.
I don't know. I'm hoping you can tell me.
You also vaguely hear in the back of your head what sounds like someone barking orders, but you can't hear it over Alias. Kel, much like Fenless, you too heard a scream and a voice saying, "Abomination, abomination," and you also feel someone pointing over your shoulder at this entity. That is unmistakably the voice you heard in Vernai's temple. That is Vernai herself telling you that thing is an abomination.
Doggo rage.
Skara, you hear... You've had a few moments of, like... You felt like you've heard the voice of Fendris. You unmistakably hear him right now. Destroy the corrupt before he tramples more beneath his feet. And much like your friends, you feel someone pointing over your shoulder at this thing. Sneck, however, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my.
Mm.
And he is the furthest fucking thing away, and he has to make a wisdom
Well,
save.
you're about to find out why. Because,
It's 'cause he's a
Sneck, you know that roar. You heard that roar before. You heard that roar years ago on your little expedition to Marnat that ended rather poorly.
Oh.
You remember the dragon you tried to, deal with, but it was an ancient darkness dragon. You're good. Unfortunately, because of this thing, you realized you're not that good. As you and your friend Crag tried to get the hell out of there, you split up. And he told you he'd meet you back at the thing. You're like, yeah. And you just kept running and kept running. You hear over comms him like, "I think it's following me. Just get out here while you can." You heard that roar. And as you heard the roar, static came over the comms and you never heard from Crag again. Sneck, I need you to roll me 2 attacks right now. You immediately, upon seeing this thing, especially because as you realize, it has Crag's lucky shoulder pad. His lucky pauldron he always wore whenever he was on the field. It's on this thing's left shoulder, gleaming in the sunlight right at you. It killed him. It killed your friend. It needs to die, and you just start shooting. Sneck, as long as this thing is here, you are going to do nothing but try to kill it. Doesn't matter what happens to you, what happens to anyone else. You are solely focused on ending this thing.
Got it.
To the point where you can't use sharpshooter, and you don't get your pack tactics bonus, so you just make normal attacks at this thing consistently.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I hate creek kobold noises.
In fact, from the back you all hear like this draconic noise, and only who speaks draconic? It's just Zakio, right?
I do speak
Padma
Draconic,
does
yes.
too, doesn't she?
No, she
No.
speaks Aquan, and that's what the dragon spoke to her in.
Yeah.
No,
But
my
you
language
hear
is-
Sneck screaming "murderer" at the top of his lungs from the back.
Oh boy.
This creature, now that it's there, you'll see what it was carrying. It had 2 paladins that it's just thrown at its feet in front of it. One is in the black and purple trappings of the goddess of moral darkness, Dulcea. The other is a surprise. Blue, silver, and gold. That is a very rare paladin of Valoris, the god of heroes. They both look beat to shit. Their armor looks like it's seen aeons of battle. It's like rusted and dented. Their weapons, you're amazed that things are still like in their hands and at least semi-workable, because they're likewise rusted and corroded to nothing, almost nothing. The Dragonborn himself, who's appeared just sort of not enough. and for his turn, he will jam both his hands into the spine of each of the paladins, who let out a scream. And you watch as they rapidly age, as the life is just sucked out of them, and they're left not more than withered, mummified husks.
And I have no idea what he's doing and if he can do it at will, can I?
Actually, as this happens, Orzol goes out of your hand and into its sheath. Nope, 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 fuck this, nope, 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 nope.
What the bloody hell is all get out?
No, he won't come out of the sheath. He will not come out of the sheath. Nope, 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 nope. That's all you hear, and eventually it stops, but you keep trying to pull, and Orzol won't come out of the sheath.
Orzol is not. Orzol is having none of this.
Orzol, what the hell am I dealing with this? Got you so bloody scared.
You don't get an answer.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
So I am down to my normal basic
longsword,
bitch
yes.
longsword for the remainder of this fight.
But after it pulls its hand out of the two paladins, you see this like prismatic wisp of gray smoke come out and like flow into his hands and like into his mouth, and he just like absorbs it. Still not enough.
Wait. So basically what you described, I saw him eat a soul or something like that? Or what did you say he did?
He
Sorry.
rammed his hands into the spines of these paladins and then like
Right.
went full mummy movie on them. He sucked them dry.
And then you said something about a wisp.
He pulled his hands out and looked like wisps of like energy came out, which to you know enough of what mana looks like. That was like wisps of mana, like just raw mana.
He basically, sucked out their life force.
Yeah,
For
he
their mana.
drained their MP and then their HP.
Oh boy. Okay, well,
And then-
I can understand nope.
He then looks at the guy in front of you. Another meal. And that is his turn. The companions you had all sort of turn and investigate this. The dragon gets a look, goes over a pillar, gets a look, lets out. You've all heard the sound of a beast in terror, and it just scoops up the lady onto its back and starts trying to fly away.
It's like peace out.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
A
The
dragon
mage,
attack.
the mage sees this, who's like in front of Skara, like, what the? You see him like wave his hand, and then he then immediately backs the hell up. What is that thing? What is that thing? The paladin summarily, steps up. I don't know. But the mistress of knowledge wants it gone. He heard something too. This guy is also going to step up. This man. Doesn't matter what anyone wants. If it bleeds, it dies.
I got like a lore question.
Mm-hmm.
Are Dragonborn like uncommon in this?
No.
Okay.
No. What he's doing, though, decidedly not normal, but to any degree.
Gotcha.
This is magic I've never heard of. Assuming what he's doing is magic, I can't find
You have
anything
no
in my
idea
head.
what on earth this could be. That's like not a single clue.
Jesus.
So they're all gonna move up. This guy's gonna move to here, and he's gonna take out his gun, and he's gonna take a shot at our mysterious new friend. He hits and deals. Okay, see him take out a gun, fire the bullet, poof, into the shoulder of this thing, and it just sort of looks at the wound.
He just full on Terminator didn't give a fuck.
Feisty. Fenless, your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Celestine is there. Leave that. That's
And just to remind me, Alias didn't know what it was. He was just freaking out like, what the fuck is that thing?
Yeah, you just heard him shouting in fear.
Alright, I'm gonna move here. And I'm going to cast Lunar Serenity. It should get everybody.
Give me some HP. I got a feeling I'm gonna fucking need it.
This is a 10-foot race. Each non-husker the creature of the light. So it has a 20-foot radius. Yeah. Yeah, you and Celestine both heal 6 HP, Zakio.
Sweet. I got a feeling I'm gonna fucking need it.
And also, Finless, as you do this, you feel something brush your glasses, and then they suddenly flare like you've activated one of their spells.
Ooh.
Which, as you realize, you felt that hand that was like pointing over your shoulder, like brush against your face, and you figured that you literally had a god turn on your glasses right now.
Oh god, what do his glasses do again?
His glasses allow him to cast twice a day for each spell, identify and detect magic. It is casting detect magic, and as you look at this creature, you don't see the creature. Like you see like the colors and the strands of like raw elemental energy around the world. When he gets to this thing, you see in the shape of this dragonborn a pitch black void.
Ugh.
Basically, he...
And as you keep looking, it looks like the void is in fact pulling the ambient mana into itself.
Well, that's not good.
So he's pretty much a black... He's seeing a silhouette-shaped black hole right now.
A sentient black hole.
Does that mean that he absorbs magic?
You're definitively getting that notion that this thing eats magic.
Alright, so I might be useless.
And this what we deal with here? I'm assuming I can see or hear some sort of reaction. Well,
That
that's
depends
up
on
to fitness, yeah.
That depends on Darian.
Yep.
But you now better understand why that one mage was running the hell away. Because you're guessing he used detect magic too.
So I'm thinking no magic against Mr. Dragonborn.
No magic. What? Why?
Well, if you want to get sucked dry, that's your own prerogative.
No, I'm good. I was thinking maybe use magic so I don't have to get too close to the damn thing, but if it doesn't
At least you
work,
still got a gun.
this is true.
And wait, hold on a second. Yeah, you moved on top of someone. Fenless had to move them forward slightly so you weren't on another token.
Okay.
But is that your turn?
Yeah, because I can't. I'm not gonna try doing anything with the scythe or anything.
You value life.
I do.
Alright. Also,
So I
did you
need to
move
refill theirs.
Moonbeam from that spot or no?
Wait, can I cast a second?
You it's
can
still in
move it.
effect. You can move the spell because the AoE is still centered like over. Hold on, I gotta draw a shape for it now.
All right, let's move it to where we can kill the guy that Jinx was chasing.
Well,
Kill cultist, man.
can it move that far? Let me scroll up a little bit.
I don't know. It might not be.
Up to 60 feet, and from where it started here. So,
Oh no. Well,
yeah.
maybe.
The only way to do that would be move it closer to this thing that eats magic.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna leave it there.
Okay, so there's still it's still in the way. You could move it on top of the ritual and try to destroy it with that.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, let me just draw the
Oh.
shape of.
Draw the fuck you cube.
Yeah, there's the fucking box.
The fucking...
I gotta zoom in to move this damn thing because it's stupid like that. But yeah, I'll say you put it right on top of the orb in the middle, so you're trying to summarily get rid of this problem. And also not impede your allies, because Arvin's gonna catch up. And once he gets inside of it, he needs to roll religion as well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You see him like, Celestine, you see Arvin like running up the stairs, catch something, and then just like slide to a stop. And he puts his hand on you. Don't get any closer.
Why?
That's a magic eater or something.
Cannot falter.
Be
Suffice
careful
to
then.
say, if you cast anything, it'll probably get stronger.
You don't know.
I want to experiment, but I don't. I don't want to make it stronger and kill us all.
At that, he will, on Celestine then, cast Shield of Honor. Celestine, you temporarily have 10 extra HP. You have a 10 HP shield. You just see him like on your arm, just like do like a quick hand motion, and then you see a ripple of energy around your body. So, and you feel protected in it. It's like, all right, I can take a bit more punishment now. Just be careful, big guy. Sneck, open fire. Oh baby, those
You
hit.
make it
Yeah.
go boom. You made it go boom.
Just 2 more shots. Poof, poof. Using Crag's lucky pauldron as your marker, you just shoot right underneath the plates and get it right in the arm, and it. Oh look, dessert. Padma.
Alright. I'm going to...
You don't know what's going on. You just heard. So you've heard a lot of
I'm-
shouting
I'm
and
going to do
concern
double
voices.
movement.
Okay.
To get right up here.
Okay.
Should I roll a religion check or...
Yeah. Because now you can see it.
Not a damn clue.
No, you still hear it. You still hear a female voice like saying abomination, abomination, and you feel someone pointing at this thing over your shoulder.
That's not good.
Snackbot. Also, actually, I should mention Snackbot can't really do anything because he's not being directed by Snack right now.
Oh no.
Okay, so he'll just be like,
He's just gonna sit there playing inspirational music the whole time.
yes.
No. Yeah, Snackbot's just sitting there in like boombox mode, but he doesn't have another track queued up, so eventually the one he's playing runs out and he's just sitting there doing nothing.
For an arrowhead, so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The guy in front of Zakios is like, bye! And he tries to cast something, to which no, you're not going anywhere but in my belly. As he tries to cast a spell, you see the magic as it leaves his fingers just shroom, gets sucked into the mouth of this dragonborn.
Oh. Nope, 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 nope.
All the nope.
Little coward. Yeah, I am! And he's just gonna keep running. He does provoke an attack of opportunity because he left your range, though.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You cut him across the back with your sword as he runs.
Yeah, draw my other fucking sword.
Now it's your turn, Zakio.
At least you have another sword.
Yeah, right.
Your other weapon's a hammer. Talking to Skara.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I usually try to have 2 weapons.
Yeah, But Zakio,
Well,
what you doing?
Since I now know what happens with magic, and I don't want to get too close and end up like those paladins, I'm gonna draw my pistol with my
Take 2 shots.
with my free hand here.
First one, pling, like bounces off. Second one, gets him like center of mass, about where his heart would be, and he looks. Does not seem to have given a single shit.
And I'm gonna slide back a few feet.
Okay.
To end my turn.
Skara, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Radiative Shield on myself.
Okay, so you've got +2 AC, and you're given +1 to anyone around you.
Yeah, let me see the range on
It's 10 feet.
10 feet. Oh, it looks like 15 feet for up to four other creatures.
Yeah, as long as they're in your range, which I assume will just be like your main party members, not the NPCs for now.
And then I will.
Is there an aura he can put up? I think if
Yeah, he puts it on himself. It's a spell he casts on himself.
No, I'm saying like you can actually do it with your token if you double click your token.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So anything. So that way you can keep track of
how
where
big
it's
is
at.
the aura on you?
15 feet.
And you can make it a square if you want.
And also a different color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's radiative shield.
I can't see it, but
I can change the color a little, maybe.
Make sure the checkbox is ticked.
Yeah, now you should be able to see the
there
aura.
we go.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
Is
that's
that like
the.
a sacred soil.
It's a sacred soil centered on him. He's carrying it with him, basically. But is that as far as you're gonna move up?
Yeah, I did. I made it. I kind of made a defensive formation with these other guys, and then I'm just gonna assume a defensive position, I guess.
All right. Celestine.
Can I move twice and then attack?
No.
Then...
I hear Danger Pod goes.
Yeah, that's the bamboo sticks.
As you evoke the spell, he just opens his mouth, and the energy, instead of the leaves like hitting him, they go in his mouth, and then as he closes and like sort of licks his lip, he then and starts grabbing his throat and coughing.
Oh, that's right. It's acid.
No, it's divine. It's not just acid, but it's divine in nature. And he looks at you, sort of squints his eyes, and then like kind of reels back his head a little bit. Tricky one. And he's gonna go. What's his move? Oh yeah. He is going after this man.
Fuck.
Keep in mind, Celestine, you do have your divine pillow on you.
I do.
But he runs after him, and oh god! Oh
Rippy
wait,
dippy.
Somebody's just about to get effed in the B.
not quite, because both Arvin and the mage next to him are going to attempt to counterspell. At third level, well, third level out of Arvin, fourth out of his friend next to him, to see if they can stop this. And curiously, a few of you who've been around mages before have seen the weird wave of force that comes with dispelling like this, when it reaches this guy, it just suddenly, his body, like, erupts in, like, these weird silvery white flames. He's, ah! Bastards! The thing he was doing was interrupted, and he just took some serious pain. To which Arvin's like, what in the hells? No,
It's
this
a
time.
shame we don't have a way to generate an anti-magic field.
What was that?
I said it's a shame we don't have a way to generate an anti-magic field.
So it would seem now it's time for this crew.
Where's Dark Force when you need it?
They are all going to... Guys over here are gonna double move up in formation because they want a piece of this boy. And actually, he's slightly ahead because he's faster than them. And they're all going to take out weaponry, and they are going to shoot at him.
Good.
Oh yeah, that one definitely hits. That one doesn't. That one doesn't either. But you see the orc guy just flip a hand axe out of his belt, off his belt, and he just whing right into the spine of this dragonborn. Who, and he takes ooh baby, oh baby, that's to this plus this. Yeah, he took that much damage. Okay. It's left some hurting, and then the other mage is gonna move up here and be like, vulnerable too, and he's gonna cast Dispel Magic on this entity. Doesn't crit on the check of it, but he does, however, deal... Ooh! That's a sizable bit of damage. And again, you hear from this thing a scream of pain. Ah! Bastard mages!
Kill me.
Fenless.
I heard Karina plotting to murder me, so...
I am... How much HP is Celestine and Jinx still down?
Celestine's down more. Celestine's taking the most damage.
I am down 8.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Serenity again.
Alright, another 10 HP for Celestine and Zakio.
And then I will position myself in the soil of sacredness.
That all you're doing?
Yep.
Alright. Arvin will step up beside this mage and take out his own handgun and start shooting. Unfortunately, it's flailing around. He's trying to line up a shot. Can't get him. Damn it. Snack. First one just barely hits.
Okay.
But 2 more shots into the side of this thing.
Oh, they were on
18
get out of
is
bed.
the magic number.
Yeah.
And Padma, on your turn, he's going to use a legendary action.
Oh god, legendary actions! Oh my god!
He has legendary actions. He's going to try again to... In fact, he's going to spend several legendary actions repeatedly trying to use his ability. And the mage, quicker on the draw with his counterspell. Doesn't make it this time, as it burns... Oh, ooh! Oh, God!
What?
Using those legendary actions, you watch as the man he was trying to run for his life is summarily through the torso and then just sucked dry as you watch wounds and damage on this thing start to go away.
Ah,
yeah.
That hurt. Always nice to chew on a mage.
Am I able to try and use my reaction to use Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet on him? Or can I not see him? I don't think I can see him.
Probably not.
No, you can't. There's a 30-foot tall pillar in the way.
Okay. Just checking.
Alright. The movement is indeed part of my turn.
Okay. Are you going to do that as he was doing his
Yes.
drain? I'm going to need you to make me a charisma check then. So roll your charisma score. And click on that on your thing. Not enough.
Ugh.
And yeah, so that dude's definitively very dead. It has a fairly high DC, and
I tried.
yeah, no, that dude. Well, to be fair, he was a cultist, and also as he dies, you watch the ritual behind you, just the weird arcane humming just stop, and all you hear is the moonbeam going off in the background, just like repeatedly detonating. And occasionally hear some like broken stone bits because it's still damaging the statues.
I don't like this thing.
Stickbuck can't do anything. That man is dead. Zakyo.
Okay. If I move...
If you move in front of Celestine, you'll be able to see it.
Okay. Can I take clear shots at it, or is there not enough
if you move in front of Celestine, you can take clear shots. We'll get to that on your turn then, Cal.
Crit,
oh yeah.
bitch.
2 shots in his back as he throws the dead carcass of that lead cultist off his hand. And and in fact, you see the holes and you can see blood come out for a second, but then the blood just sort of immediately like goes back into the wound.
Straight up rewind.
Pretty much.
Oh shit. What the fuck is this thing?
Skara, your turn.
Alright. So I'll just move here and go back into a defensive stance.
Alright. Celestine, to do that thing, roll me religion.
What does that aura give again? +2 to AC?
That's
plus
+1 to
1.
AC for up to 4.
God, I suck at rolling religion. I don't know what the fuck is up with this.
Well, in this case, because you know it'll do something, you had advantage, and you hear a voice. Can't do that, but I have another idea. Give me some time. So something will happen.
You said +1, Skara?
I'm gonna spend my turns
Yeah,
praying then.
+1
to
to
give
before
her
we
nice strength.
Oh, you're just gonna keep praying?
Yes.
Oh, in that case, roll me religion again then. Ah, I know. And you sped up what was going to happen, but you also see that tree in the middle start to shudder.
Oh boy. That's right, it's moved over here now.
The Dragonborn turns towards the advancing party. Tasty morsels. He's gonna walk in, and Skara, immediately your aura ends.
Alright.
Radiative shield's immediately dispelled once he is in range of it.
Oh god.
So that goes away. As he just sort of like breathes deep, and you watch the energy just flow off of you and into it. And then he goes to... see. Arvin will use his reaction to cast his own counterspell again. And if you want to try counterspell, Tori, you can roll that as well, because that is a reactionary spell.
Okay.
So you just got like 3 mages, like, we're just... okay. Then I need you to make a charisma check. Arvin has to make an intelligence check. No. Also no.
Shit.
Your mage friend in the middle, however, does just barely make the check. And it's less bad. You still see like 2 pulses in the chest of that guy he grabbed. But the third one, instead of a pulse, you see the Dragonborn burst into flames. You're next! As the guy in the middle is still... Oh god, he's been fucked up. Fortunately, it's his friend's turn. Paladin is going to step up. And he's going to attack. Twice. Oh, he hits. He's going to pump some Divine Smites into those. Into both of those, actually, so he rolls a lot of dice. Oh, baby. And let's see about the weapon damage, because he did this. You watch the Paladin of Knowledge just step forward, grab his longsword with both hands, just draw his longsword back, swing forward as the blade is suddenly wreathed in what honestly looks like data. Like you see like 1s and 0s trailing off of it, along with like runes and letters, as he slash once, twice across this thing's arm, and it drops his friend. Just, blasted divines.
I mean, Goddess of Knowledge, so data would count as knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few levels.
He can
The guy who
the
fell
Matrix
down
from his sword.
is going to disengage and get the hell out of melee.
I had the
Wait,
right
what
idea.
just grabbed him?
It dropped him after it got hit by the Paladin. It just dropped him to the ground as it like sucked basically like 3/4 of his HP bar out. Yeah.
I'm also trying to find our lady and dragon friend, but they're
over by Snick. They haven't moved. The dragon is just still over there.
oh, their icon blends in.
Yeah, let me move
Yeah, it
slightly.
does.
Now it's easier to see her because the dragon's white and she's, well, not. But the orc guy is gonna step up in his friend. He's gonna step up right here, and he's gonna let me smash. Once, twice. No on either of those. As he goes to slap, you just watch the Dragonborn just swat the mace aside twice. And he will use his last legendary action to attempt to grab him again and start the sucking. Fortunately, everyone who can counterspell has already used their counterspell, so they can't do that again.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. That's a crit. The half-orc is summarily grabbed by the face and almost immediately flash mummifies as his weapon just falls from his hand as his body flops to the ground. In fact, as he trails out of the thing's grip, you watch his skin disappear too, and all that's left of him is bone.
Oh god.
Well, the plus side is that's all his legendary actions.
That's his last legendary action for this turn. Or, actually, no, it's been his turn. He still has more.
Please no.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use.
Legendary actions are very rude.
I'm gonna try and use.
Dragons
this
have these things.
on the paladin who just died.
That wasn't a paladin. That was just a half-orc
whatever.
fighter. And you try, nothing happens.
There's no
Son
blood.
of a bitch.
Not only is there no blood, he's been sucked dry and he's right next to something that's absorbing magic.
Son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Thought blood magic would be special. There goes a blood maledict.
You hear the paladin as his friend drops, Dylan! Bastard! Fenless, you're up.
Damn it. Goodness.
Darian.
Sorry.
No worries.
So my question, and I don't know if you're allowed to answer this, because why does my map keep? That's
Why is your what?
my map keeps going from left to right, so I can't actually click on him. What the hell?
Are you leaving on a keyboard button?
No.
What do you mean left to right? The map isn't moving.
It is on my screen. Like it'll, because I don't have it. Full.
Maybe you clicked something.
Alright. Okay.
Did it stop?
Yeah, it stopped.
Okay, because I don't know what the hell that was.
You probably clicked something
I think
on his
it's
mouse
I think
in a
it's my
certain
Chrome
way.
browser again, because Chrome really hates Roll20 or something.
You might have middle mouse clicked.
Oh, maybe.
That might have been it.
Let's not try that again.
Let's not do science.
So my question would be, if I tried to use something like my Thunder Wave, which would knock him away from whatever source he's absorbing, would that count, or would the entire spell be absorbed?
Yeah, all you've seen him do is absorb any spell that's come within a certain range of him, so you're pretty sure it wouldn't even work.
Yeah.
Like he would just eat it.
All right. Do you even have anything? 'Cause I'm totally not siphoning him.
Still have your moonbeam.
That's magic.
And it's too far away. If he moved it, he would drag it across like everybody. It could reach the guy, but it would also it would have to be plonked like right here to not like immediately cleave allies.
Okay, you know what? Does anyone have any ability to move him out of the way? Like to do pushback?
As far as I know, no.
Yeah, cause I could try entangling him, but not. I don't want to get him stuck near the thing he's absorbing. That would be silly.
Not even my Dunkening spell would work.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna conjure animals.
Okay.
Let's see.
Seeing what I'm seeing and what I know of spells, do I discern that divine magic is doing anything?
Well, you've seen him be very upset at being hit with things that have seemed to have divine origin, because after he got attacked with Fenless's or Celestine's like acid darts thing, he tried to eat that, and when he did, he started immediately violently having like a stupid allergic reaction to it.
I mean, he did straight up say like, damn divine magic users or whatever. So
yeah, because he did get hit by 2 divine smites by another paladin. So
okay,
they will. So these summon dire wolves will their whole goal, which will be automatic, will be to move and attack the Dragonborn.
okay, let me grab some wolf tokens for you then. Where are those fucking wolves? I had them for the... Wait, I can just go back to the other map and copy-paste them. Herpity-derpy-derp. Copper.
Wizard.
And you're summoning 2 dire wolves to just start biting this man, right?
Correct.
All right. You summon 2.
Yeah, because they don't.
I only have the ghost wolves, but they're just regular dire wolves. I assume, logically speaking, you summon them out of his anti-map, then
Correct.
they run up. Okay, yeah. So you drop 2 dire wolves behind nearby, and then they just sort of run up past, and they will start to bite. Dire wolf, gonna chomp, let me smash. 1 chomp, 2 chomp. 1 misses, the other definitively hits. For... not a lot of damage, but there's now a dire wolf biting this guy in the leg, and he's
Beautiful.
gone. All right, Arvin's turn, and he's gonna go for the pistol again because magic. He doesn't have a lot of abjuration magic. Misses on the first one because of the wolf. He just slides past the second one. Wait, gets a shot off and right in its chest. Snack, continue your frenzy. First one barely hits, second one does not, because he's still flailing around because he's trying to get this wolf off of his leg. Padma.
I am honestly not sure even my dunketing spell would work, and I don't want to try. So I'm just going to, pray.
Okay. Roll religion then. All right, the tree starts you see that tree now swaying a bit more. And you just sort of hear a faint voice, "Help is on the way." Snackbot can't do anything. Zakio.
Crap. The only school of abjuration thing I have is Revivify.
That's not abjuration anyways, that's necromancy.
Really? D&D says it. D&D Beyond says it comes from the abjuration school.
Huh, weird.
Anyway.
Who's doing this?
Who has doodled on Snackbot? How dare?
I was trying to do confusion squiggles to show that he can't do anything.
Hold on, I have a solution to that, Tori.
Neckbot is confused and unable to attack.
There we go. Now he has a scream face.
And I think I missed both my shots.
What was that?
Pretty sure I missed both my shots.
Yeah, no, he's still flailing too much because of wolf chewing on leg. Skara.
Right.
You know for a fact Divine Smikes work on this guy and he doesn't like them.
Can I move to where the orc was, or the half orc?
Yeah. I'll move him slightly so you can move your token there effectively.
Alright, and then I'm going to use my Oath of Enmity on him, on this target.
Alright.
And then I'm going to...
You're outflanking with the wolf anyway, so...
Yeah, no, that's just so I can do it if he doesn't have flanking, if he moves.
Okay.
And then I'm going to double attack, and if they land, I'm going to use level 2 smites.
Alright. Roll your attacks. Oh, yeah! Oh, they hit. The first one, less impactful. Second one, fuck this guy. Slap. So roll your smites. Oh, God. How fitting.
It's pretty good damage.
You march forward, and as you do, your greatsword alights with divine flame, and as he sees this, the Dragonborn's eyes like go wide. No! And then you just start slapping him, and it's not a good time for his face. In fact, as you pull your sword away, the divine flames that were wreathing it are still like on his wounds. He's like trying to pat them out. Ah!
Sweet.
All right, on Celestine's turn. Are you still praying?
Yep.
Roll 2 pray. Roll me 2 praise. In fact, religion twice. Oh yeah. As you do this, you watch that tree in the middle legitimately turn. And then a branch shoots out and grabs this dude by the throat. What the? You also watch the tree like sort of bending towards him, like it's reeling in. And then, no! Snap! He is summarily trebucheted. Who knows where the fuck by an entire tree?
Holy shit.
Nice.
You don't know which direction he went off in, but you just hear a scream of "Ah!" just fading into the distance as he is just gone. You don't know where he went. You don't care where he went. He's probably going to be dead, hopefully, when he lands. So congratulations, Celestine. You have you have summarily invoked God to tell this man to stop.
He's a bad dog.
I called Mother Earth to tell you to fuck off.
Pretty much. He is the tree hound guardian. He is the tree guardian, guardian of the trees. Monsters quiver before him. And then there's a tree. Fuck off! Yeah, it's just a tree looking at like a rock. Fuck off!
Okay, so it's safe to unclench now, right?
As far as you know, yeah. Oh wait, hold on. I have a perfect sound effect for that. For the throw, by the way.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I
Home
just
run bat.
dropped
In fact,
to
and also you watch this Sneck as he flew over your head. You just the whole time just skeet shooting him, just trying to skeet shoot him. You don't know how many you actually hit, but after a few, like click, reload, get 2 more shots off before he's gone, and then you're still just like glaring in the direction he went. You have a good idea, but holy shit, he went far.
I just dropped to a seat on the stairs.
I think we're all just. It's like Padma does the same thing. She's just.
Mm-hmm. Where is that? We'll use this one.
And I get the sense that if I had somehow convinced Orzal to come out, he summarily would have died.
Orzal probably would have been a dead sword, yes.
Yeah. But after that, you hear the wolves like stick around for a little bit longer, then sort of they just sort of mosey up to Fenless for your scratches.
Oh, you good puppies.
Also, once you cast that, your moonbeam ended because it was a concentration spell.
I'm gonna move over to Celestine to give him a head pats. Thank you.
Arvin just goes over to a pillar and slumps against it. Holy shit. Lady and her dragon are a bit more preoccupied with their dead friend, as is the mage who sort of just pushes past all of you. You hear like some commotion amongst them as they're talking, and then you see the paladin like just trying to calm everyone the fuck down, and then he just leans down and you see him trying to cast something. Doesn't seem like it did anything though.
Actually, seeing that, since I still have it, is I'm gonna walk over and try and use my revealed arcana feature use Revivify.
Nothing happens.
Fuck!
The paladin just looks at you. Thank you for trying. Damn it.
I'm gonna place my pillow over this dead man's bones and pray for Renai to, if not restore his body, restore his soul into something else.
Okay. As you put down the pillow on this dead guy, you get some really weird looks out of his companions. The dragon even just like tilts its head. Huh? As you pray,
I'm actually gonna retract that Revivify on the basis that I don't have it yet. Actually,
oh,
I was thinking a higher level.
Oh well, I'll still say you like tried to do something arcane, see if like maybe Elias could help, but it didn't work. So
yeah,
you still tried to like I'm gonna try Revivify. Wait, how do I cast that spell?
I don't know that spell.
Fortunately, not knowing your shit and it not working looks the same, so you're fine.
All right.
Okay, as this happens, the pillow kind of since I assume you just like put it over his head, or did you put his head on it, or try to?
I'd probably just put it over him because I really don't want to dis bones.
As you do that, the pillow rolls back towards you and off of his bones. And you see, like, around him begin growing flowers.
Aww.
Like, just straight up through the stonework there is a wreath of flowers around him.
This music feels a bit too upbeat.
I don't have anything sadder unless you want me to go, like, maximum over sad. Do you want the maximum over sad? Because you will kill me,
Yes.
Tori. Okay.
Someone wants the TM to die.
Here you go. Tori should know this song.
Not maximum over sad.
Oh, what? Don't speak her name?
Yeah.
Damn, this is the saddest song I have. Oh well, we'll use it.
The other one was just a bit too upbeat.
But yeah, there's like a soft chuckle out of the slightly roguish-looking guy. Those are his favorites. He just sort of walks away and leans against the pillar over here. Just slinks to the ground, and you can kind of hear him sobbing.
I just kind of... I'm gonna walk over and start rubbing his back gently. I mean, I can't do much else, but...
He seems to appreciate the gesture of comfort, even if you don't really know him.
I take a knee and offer a quick, just silent prayer, and in a respectful fashion, I kind of do like a single shot 21 gun salute type deal and fire off a pistol round into the air.
Yeah. His companions seem to understand. Like, the ones who are still around the body and the dragon seem to be, taking it better. And, well, the roguish guy, though. And after a second, it becomes clear why. He's a slightly younger half-orc.
Oh no.
Or at least younger looking. A little shorter.
I'm going to use Druidcraft to have that area have a very soothing scent for everyone to sort of relax.
Yeah, there's a smell of wildflowers and incense over the area.
Can I hug the younger half orc, or will he not like that?
He doesn't. He just he doesn't like shy away from you, but doesn't seem. But he's like curled up into a ball, hugging his legs.
I don't know what else to do, so hug.
I don't know what to do at this point
He
either.
doesn't really respond. He's still just in a ball, crying. If you look over at the mage, he seems to be like he's making like religious gestures that those that Benlis and Celestine recognize as like devout to Vernai, and it sounds like he's muttering like last rites of Vernai for this guy.
I would recognize him too, or am I not in hearing range?
You're a bit focused on the. He's not saying them very loudly, so Celestine notices because he's right there and actually looking at him, and Benlis notices more the gestures than the mutterings. And as he finishes, just clasps his hands. May he find peace in the embrace of the One Mother. Damn it. Mage guy then sort of goes over to the two paladins. And he seems to be doing last rites for them as well.
I want to make flower graves for these two guys too.
You don't even have to roll. You approach, pillow in hand, I assume.
Yep.
And beside them, flowers more associated with their respective gods spring up around them.
What orders were they from?
One was a paladin of Valoris, the other was a paladin of Dulcia.
Okay.
I want to look specifically for anything that might identify who these two gentlemen are, or who these two people are.
You like pat them down. Their armor's like kind of fucked, and it's a bit gruesome. And you realize it as you're like checking, but you're going for like you managed to find effectively their wallets, and you find their IDs.
I go ahead and take the IDs so that way we can inform their families and whatnot.
Yeah. Pass it on to someone who would be in the know.
Yep.
At this point, I need everyone but Sneck and Sneckbot to make perception checks.
Perception.
I see. I am focused.
Yeah.
Damn,
Mine's
Gary,
three.
holy shit.
He's a wisdom-based class. His perception's a bit out of
so
control.
Perceptive, he's seen what's going to happen here 5 years from now.
No, that's the crit when his wisdom modifier is +10. But Skara, Padma, and Zakio don't notice, but everyone else, your attention shifts slightly skyward because you can hear an airship approaching.
Oh boy.
And after about 5 minutes, it lands like inside Castle Farnot. And as it gets closer, those of you who looked up, well, except for Arvin, you recognize that kind of shuttle. That's a Dragon Roar shuttle. It's like the same kind of shuttle, or at least one of the same kind they use. So either someone else bought from the same dealership, or it's someone from Dragon Roar. And after a few minutes, you see approaching from the castle, he'll appear on the upper left, a very piratey looking man.
I know that man! Out of character, not in character.
Yeah. He's walking up and he like moves his hat and like scratches his head. What the fuck? He then sees Scar and like sort of jogs up to you. Hey, you know what? You know what went on here, lad?
Yeah, I do.
Mind filling me in?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell him.
As you tell him the chain of events starting from you guys fighting, the mediocre dude, his companions, and then getting up here and getting involved in the little fucking hoedown. His eyes like sort of, you see like his jaw like kind of clench and his fists tighten when you mention a Dragonborn. I assume you describe the Dragonborn as best you can?
Yeah.
As you get like the last thing, which is he's like, and let me guess, rune on his forehead, which kind of surprises you, and you just nod. He's like, damn it, just missed him. Fuck. And who all looked at the locket that was on the big guy?
Me.
I think I did.
I don't think I did.
Padma,
Yeah,
when you hear...
I did because I told Sneck to show him the locket.
Oh, yeah.
Or the dragon.
Sneck, by the way, the whole time, you're just like sort of sitting on those stairs, just looking in the direction you saw that guy fly.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I assume by now Padma's probably like still carrying the locket.
Yeah.
Wait,
we gave it to the dragon, I think.
No, you gave the body to the dragon.
Okay. Yeah,
you still have the locket.
Yeah.
Holy
But
shit,
when you look at this guy, roll me an intelligence check.
So just hit intelligence?
Yeah. You recognize that man. He was the captain in the locket.
I kind of feel around in my pocket and pull it out, look between him and it.
And after doing that, oh yeah, it's the same guy. How?
Because I imagine she's got like one arm around the poor half-orc, just still trying to offer some solidarity.
I don't want to disturb the bats.
I don't know. It's like she's not gonna say anything, just gonna stare in confusion.
You see, the pirate-looking guy like walk over and sort of kneel down, and he mutters something. And for a second, after a second, you yeah, probably Snick. I don't have one like on hand at the moment, but you start hearing this strange, ethereal, solemn sea shanty being played. And it sounds like there's no like voices, there's just a sorrowful song playing.
Oh.
And the captain and the pirate guy just like sort of he looks over, he spots Padma looking between him and a locket, and he walks over. Something wrong, lass?
I offer him the locket. Does this look familiar?
He's like confused at first, and he takes it, and then recognition. Where did you find this?
we were attacked by a large man in what we thought was once a man in a overblown diving suit. The Dragon Dane slave seemed to recognize him as well. But he attacked us when we were trying to get to Galvane with a group that we assume was working for this whole failed cult thing. And we ended up having to
You killed what he became.
Yes.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
I'm guessing Dane's life put him to rest in the sea.
Yes.
That's good. Jeremiah Nautilus Shorewalker. One of the best divers I've ever met. He, tucks the pendant into his coat.
Also, Twin, this isn't Don't Speak Her Name. This is the ... that precedes that.
Oh. Well, whatever. Close enough.
Not Apex sad.
Shut up. But yeah. Shit. Well, I should probably properly introduce myself. He takes off his hat and does a little bow. Grim Ballymore, member of Dragon Roar.
That rhymed.
I try. You see him his eyes dart in direction. Oh, shut up.
Confusion. Wait, if I'm waterlined, wouldn't I?
Wouldn't you what?
Nothing. I was sitting there thinking about what you told me. Nah, I probably wouldn't.
What do you mean? You don't know. Give it a try. You're what?
I PM'd it at you.
Okay. In this case, no. And, well, there's a reason for why no.
Yeah, I figured.
What did he say his name was?
His Grim Ballymore. I'll type it out in the D&D chat.
I just walk up and Mr. Ballymore, think you
Aye?
can pass these along? There's the IDs for the paladins over there.
What the?
And I just show him the ID cards.
Yeah. He takes them from you and slips them into a pocket. Yeah, I can. We got called in because, well, heard a couple bands of freelancers were trying to scope out some disappearances. And, well, PDs around town's like, let's call in some big boys. So, well, they called in Dragon Roar and they sent me. Fuck. But you saw that, rune on his head Dragonborn too, right?
I assume I did. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That was the Dragonborn who was eating everything.
No, I mean, see the rune on his head, but I'm certain it was.
Oh yeah, no, it was hard to miss. It was kind of glowing.
Yeah, I saw the rune.
Well,
What the hell was that thing? Seems like you know a little bit.
I should think I know of him. He used to be on me crew. And you just hear from behind the Sabrea Paladin, "What? What do you mean that thing was on your crew?"
I have a feeling it's a very long story, and I just tighten the hook on the half-orc.
Dragon. Grim's like, "You ain't the only one that bastard's fucked with. Let me put it that way." "Oh yeah? How's he fucked with you?" Grim walks over and looks this paladin dead in the eye. "He killed me entire crew to give himself immortality. I'd say he's done a bit worse by me than he's done by you right now. So stuff it, youngin'." The paladin, like staring in awe of this man, this completely normal-looking human man. And you actually see, like, Grim's shoulder get bumped by something. He looks... "I know."
It noticeably gets bumped by something?
It noticeably, like, someone, like, shook, like, bumped, like, did, like, the little elbowing thing to someone next to him. It looked like that.
I'm gonna use See the Unseen feat to cast See Invisibility just to see if I see anything.
Invisible and into the ethereal plane. He has an entourage, is what you're seeing.
What the bloody hell? I assume when you mention the ethereal plane his entourage is ghostly.
It appears to be about an entire, like, old-timey pirate ship's crew worth of people. Various races.
I mean, they're ghostly though. They're on the ethereal.
They're definitively, like, ghostly, ethereal looking, like.
Okay. But yeah,
they all look like shimmering blue outlines. It's like seeing the ghost army in Lord of the Rings.
Oh God.
It's like that. It's like 40-ish dudes. Well, dudes and dudettes. There's also two, like, really big ladies. They look like femros, but, like, more swole. There's like there's a few wildborn. There's a few tieflings. There's humans. There's elves. He's got all sorts in this little entourage, and standing next to him is, in particular, a woman who seemed to be the one who was elbowing him, and she has a hand on his shoulder, and she just sort of looks at you, rolls her eyes, and then, like, whispers something to Grim, and he looks over his shoulder. "Oh, see, you met me crew."
Yeah.
"Yeah." To which the paladin and, like, the dragon and the lady with it are like, "What are you talking about?" And Grim just, "Don't worry about it. Doesn't concern you, but if you see that dragonborn again, his name's Joseph Faust. And he's dangerous as well."
His last name
He
would
sort of
be fucking Faust.
As someone who's read Goethe Faust, it works on many levels.
Oh yeah, no, Tori actually knows the whole story behind Grim and Faust here.
Yep.
I killed her with feels about it once. His name is Joseph Faust. That was the name of the dragon form.
He survived extremely hard.
What was that, Kel?
I said, what are the odds he survived that extremely hard landing?
Grim, like, looks at you and then looks at the tree. "From this?" I assume because this is what, like, shot him. You said it, like, threw him like a trebuchet, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good. As there's no way you missed what he does. He just consumes mana, life essence. Just put his hand on it, put it in his mouth, he can eat it. And it's how he survived for... He pulls out the pendant, looks at pops it open again. Has it really been 200 years?
Wait, 200 years? And he's a... Grim looks like a human, just an ordinary human?
Just, like, in his 30s with a friggin' impressive beard, but yeah, he's a human.
Wait, 200 years? You look like a normal human. How have you been alive for that long?
Well, let's just say I cocked up his ritual, and now I'm cursed as much as he is. He just puts the pendant away. If you want to know more, look up the he like looks to the. You still see the ghost next to him, by the way. He's like muttering something to one of them, and then you see one who looks like sort of bookish, like pull out an ethereal book and flip through it, and say something back. The Isles in the Umbra Belt. If you want to hear more about what that bastard's done. But I should be getting back. And he just starts to walk away. And Zakio, you've watched the entire like pirate crew follow him. And then he disappears back into the castle, and you watch the airship just fly away.
Well, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do next.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe carry the bodies back somewhere, but we already kind of made graves for them.
Yeah, they have pretty little flower graves.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Would you also, as Grim was walking away, you watched the half-orc's bones, like, you see some flowers growing around it and, like, putting him in, like, a respectful, like, in like a coffin position, holding his mace.
Aww.
And then slowly, like, aeons worth of plant life just starts growing over him until you can't see his body anymore.
Does the same thing happen to the paladins?
Yeah. Snick, roll me a religion check. You need that high to get it still. You still rolled really low, so it takes you a second because you're still mind racing. It killed him. It killed Crag. It killed him. It killed Crag. It's the only two sentences going through your head. And then just kind of stop, and you hear a familiar voice. You hear Caius. He is past due what he owes me. End him, and give peace to your friend. And then the voice fades.
I just kind of I don't know what else to do besides look at the lady and her dragon friend, still kind of hugging their guy who's, I don't know if he's still crying or if he's just kind of
Well, at this point, the lady's like kind of shooed you off, and now she's like trying to take care of him.
Okay.
And the little dragon, the dragon like gives you a nuzzle of appreciation as you walk away.
I'd risk patting it on the head.
He accepts the pats.
Yay. All I could do to help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna kind of half solemnly walk over and loot the cult leader just to see maybe there's some information as to
roll investigation. Oh, quickly find his notes. It's a continuation of what you found on the boat in that lockbox and on that PDA. Basically, they were trying to use their energies to, again, summon forth the Great One, but that plan got cocked in the head pretty hard when, like, the 4 cultists died, like, almost immediately, and then he got his, like, essence ganked out of him by Faust.
And we never figured out what the Great One was. It was just some sort of weird ancient entity or something like that. I can't remember.
Probably just some demon of some sort from some manner of demonic imprisonment or whatever.
Okay.
Given the way this one's worded compared to like some other crazy cults you've seen them before, you think these guys might just be completely crazy and trying to summon something that may not even exist.
Tends to be how.
Like they've falsified an entity to do something.
Bloody idiot. Nothing else of note on him, really.
No.
Not
really. He had like again, just like his spellcastery stuff. A bit thicker spell book than like the other 2 mages you saw, like on the outskirts, the necromancer and the dwarf. So Padma might be able to learn something from it, but you don't know. Well, or any of the mages really.
I'll grab the book and then take a quick glance around. Do I see Snake just sitting there from where I'm standing?
Yeah, you just see Snake like just in the one spot, just like sitting there. And actually, at this point, Snackbot no longer has need of the scrim icon and has joined Snake. And just sitting next to him, little robot kobold.
For now, I'm just gonna walk over to Padma and just absentmindedly hand her the book.
Thank you.
Flip through it, and you're like, "Ooh, there's stuff I could learn in here."
So I slowly start making my way towards Snake. Because it seems odd that he's just sitting there, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, you also heard him scream murder when Faust appeared. So
oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is true.
You're the only one who understood him scream that in Draconic.
Because I have so languages for days, bitch.
Well, you understood it. Arvin also speaks Draconic, so he understood it too, but he's a little, like, still shaken up and is just, like, sitting against this pillar.
Slowly move my token over there as other people figure out what to do.
I don't know what to do, so I'm just standing here.
It's so quiet.
Well, for a bit of the sake of expedience, eventually the other party get the younger half-orc on the back of the dragon, then just start making their way off.
As I'm walking towards Snake, I just
See Arvin slumped over still, I'm assuming, and I just give him a quick look, and I ask him, "Hey, you good?" All things considered, I mean.
Think so, yeah. Thanks.
Alright. Now just keep walking towards Snake.
I'm going to walk over and make sure this thing is actually turned off for good.
Oh yeah, no, it ain't doing shit no more. Whatever the orb in the middle was is also completely gone because it was being sustained by the arcane ritual. But since all the cultists are dead, poof.
It is now arcane dust.
Yeah, there's still the statues there, but they ain't doing shit no more.
I'll try. As I say, I almost want to stare at the statues and try to figure out what they are.
Roll Arcana. Something for a conjuration magic ritual. That's all you get.
I'll help her out.
Okay, walk over and roll Arcana. Oh, ooh. Not much better because you aren't rolling with advantage.
Really was not as high as I was hoping it would be.
You get about the same thing, but to be fair, you also you got just enough high to realize conjuration ritual magic can summon a lot of things, so it could be summoning just about anything under the sun, regardless of it actually being a real entity or not, because you can just create arcane constructs. So they could be doing any number of things with this shit, or could have been.
We were just having fun and stuff.
Does Zakio say anything to Snek?
Yeah, I sit down next to him and I start speaking to him in Draconic, since that's what I heard him speaking. And I ask him, what was that yell? Murderer. Seen this person before.
Yeah.
Well, you heard him before.
Yeah.
Talk about what happened, or?
Not particularly.
Leaning past Snek, you hear Snekbot, surprisingly in Draconic, beep boop, bad time.
I could perhaps do for you then. You look a little shaken, perhaps.
I'm afraid there's not much that can be done at this moment.
Well, so that my skills available should help.
Thanks.
I just sit silently with Snake after that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I figure after about an hour, so the wolves finally fade away. You guys just make it back to the bus to get back to town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just move you back to the world map then.
World map.
Yeah, party bus.
I believe the actual token name is Cannon Bus. Spelled like cannon the weapon, not cannon the lore way. But well, it doesn't have cannon no more, so oh well. But once you guys get back to the bus, you hear a little barking from inside.
Chat.
Sounds like Pupper is barking, not angrily, like excited new friend barking.
Oh?
Yeah.
I have my weapons drawn just in case.
You've got Orzalot, who he hasn't said anything this whole time, by the way.
Oh, I noticed.
Yeah, he you unsheath him, he comes out of the sheath, but he is completely silent.
In my head, like, hey, Orzal, you good, buddy?
Yeah. I'll be fine.
Took a minute, but I realized what all the noping was about.
Lad, I see things on the wind because I ain't got no eyes. Tried to see on the wind that thing, I got nothing. In fact, it felt like it was trying to pull me in. I wasn't about that.
Oh yeah, I saw some spells get eaten. So
Sounds like it ate some people too.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna enter the party bus and figure out what the fuck Jet's barking about.
I follow.
Well, now we need less sad music because this is not a sad character you're about to deal with.
Yeah.
This is definitively not a sad character you're about to deal with. So we'll use. How's this one sound? No,
Sounds like great.
too high tech for him. What about this one? Oh, that's perfect. Okay, Lodo. But upon entering, you see this Gandalf the Grey with sunglasses looking motherfucker in like a chair eating a box of crackers. Not like your cookies. No, this is just like Ritz crackers. He didn't go for the Girl Scout cookies.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, my pistol is leveled at him. Unless I assume we don't recognize this person.
No, you don't.
Yeah, mate, mind explaining who you are?
He like holds up his hand because it looks like he packs away the crackers, puts the box on like the little mini counter next to him, grabs the glass of like juice or whatever he's got and just washes it down. Name's Vic.
I'm gonna run up to him and I'm gonna put my head on his leg.
Put your head on his leg?
Yeah, just like right on his knee and just look at him. Food is always better when it's given to you.
He looks at you. He's like,
Okay,
those times.
Vic, how did you get on a secured bus?
Easy. And he... And for a second, Celestia, you almost fall, and then like you sit back up, because he teleported to another chair right next to it, and then back to the chair he was in, and then you just go back to his knee. Like, I cheated.
Why did you cheat your way into our bus?
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I was about to say, oh, is it not on repeat? No, it just has a long pause. Well, I mean, you see him hold up like a little flashcard that has a... What?
I lower my pistol at this point because he doesn't seem threatening, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, he looks legitimately like Gandalf the Grey, but wearing, like, sunglasses.
Now I'm just imagining Gandalf the Grey in, like, a Thug Life meme.
No, I in fact, I will show you his token, because I have a token for him.
Yeah, his name was
I put
right?
in... Yeah. He hasn't introduced himself yet, but... That's his token.
Gandalf with Oakleys.
Mm-hmm. Like, well, he holds up a flashcard and it has the Dragonor logo on it. You met some friends of mine, so I thought I'd say hi. And then he waves his hand and the card disappears.
Oh.
Well, hello. Is there another reason you were here, or just to say hello?
That and, well, he like points to the box of crackers. My favorite.
I'm just kind of shaking my head dumbfounded at this point.
You also then notice, you hear like this still like beeping noise, and you realize that's coming from the comm room. Where like the radio is.
I walk it out
Oh yeah, you might
Fairly
want to
quick.
answer that.
I briskly walk to the comm room. And figure it. Someone trying to hail us, or is that like beeping someone left a message?
Someone's like trying to call you like right now.
Hello?
You hear Marcus's voice on the line. Hey, this is kind of a weird question. Is there a strange hobo-looking motherfucker with sunglasses on your bus right now?
I just let out a small chuckle on the radio. Yeah? By the name of Vic?
He still hasn't introduced himself.
Yeah, I asked him
he
who the
did.
hell he was.
Oh,
I thought he said his name.
well, let's say he did. Fuck it, because I can't remember now either. Shit. Ah!
No, yeah, he definitely did, because I asked who he was, and he said his name was Vic. Or no.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I
That was
asked.
a grip on
Yeah.
me. Oh no. How
You know
did...
what?
Quick question. This GPS ping we've gotten you is right. You're on Noble right now? Like near Belsatane?
Yeah.
Like near
Yes.
Gilvain, I mean? You hear this shouting over your shoulder. Who the fuck? Seriously, who the fuck? Don't give me that right now, Tracy. I need fucking... Damn fucking head over this stupid magic bullshit. Pissing me off.
Boss, you mind telling me what's going on?
Fuck, man. I was hoping you could tell me. I don't know what's up with that...
Well, right now he's got.
all I
Sorry, I'm
hear-
concerning you, Mom. My mom walked in the room. She's looking at me like I'm crazy right now. Sorry, Mom. But what are you saying?
Well, I just heard a bunch of angry noises, so what's going on?
Vic is a problem I've had at Dragon Roar about since we started the place up. Like a month after the building was, purchased and all the things were, nicely furnished and feng shuied the way we like it, when you're still like settling into your new digs. This bum fucking shows up in the second floor lounge and he won't leave. We throw him out, he finds a way back within 20 minutes. The shortest time we've seen him get back in was 10 seconds. And we don't know how!
Yeah, I think I might have an answer for that. He can kind of teleport.
Well, obviously, he's magical to some way, but we've put up anti-teleportation wards and shit, and he still gets through them!
That's definitely...
Very alarming to you, by the way.
Yeah. Is this just straight audio comms, or is it like a video call type deal?
This is currently audio only.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little concerning. Especially seeing as how he's obviously, as you know, on a bus.
Fucking... How in the... Is he still there?
I assume I can, like, is this like a closed off room?
No, you can, well, it's like a computer,
No,
I
was gonna say if it was a closed off room, I'm just gonna lean out the doorway.
It's like
and
slightly
look.
closed off, sort of like a phone booth kind of wall between you, and you sort of lean back. And as you look at him, he does that little toodaloo gesture with his hand, and then he disappears. And Celestine's head just boom hits the couch, hits the chair he was in.
Damn
He did give you head pats though. He was giving you head pats the whole time.
Yay!
Yeah, he just walked out, or rather teleported out.
Oh, I bet you that mean... How did you get in this room? Great, now he's next to me. No, you can't talk to them. You were just there, you piece of shit. No, thanks, I'm just gonna... And you hear this, like rustling noise, like someone's trying to fight him over the phone, and then a click, and it hangs up.
And I find the... Welcome back, Litto. And not only is it alarming he can go through... Because on normal teleportation, there's a limit to how far you can go, right? Or not so much. I can't remember how the spell works.
I'm thinking, in most cases, there is a limit to some teleports, like teleportation circle to spell, because you could set that up. You could technically... It's basically like a recall point.
But I mean, the way he was his like
The way he's
instant
doing it, you've never
teleport.
seen a you've that looked more like Misty Step, but this is like Misty bullshit.
Which is also concerning because I've never seen that kind of spell before.
Well, you've seen Misty Step before.
Well, I
never
haven't seen it go across fucking continents.
In fact, to give you a reference, it went from where you guys are to about like here.
In an instant.
Almost instantaneously, apparently.
Which is probably
hundreds of thousands, like potentially tens of thousands of miles.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oi! I assume everyone's on the bus at this point.
Oh yeah, no, they all like watched this happen, and Arvid just like,
did you guys hear that? This guy literally just Misty stepped his ass across fucking continents. Anybody know any magic that can fucking do that?
Not feasible by us.
Arvin like sort of like stares at where the guy was and like looks at his hand. It didn't sound like the voice I heard, but it sure as hell. But I mean, I've seen it happen. It wasn't that fun for me, but I've seen it happen.
Oh shit. Wait, Arvin said the voice did not sound the same?
No, it was definitively not the same. Like it was like evil mafioso thing, and unless this dude is like hiding a mafioso impression up his ass, no.
But the spell itself seems familiar because obviously
the range sounded familiar because he did kind of go.
Okay. Yeah.
He was dropped from where you guys last saw him, which was even further away. Because like Arvin was dropped off like where the bus is now from all the way over here abouts. Yeah, Arvin was teleported even further. And he doesn't know why.
So no familiar magics that can do that misty bullshittery?
I've
Besides you're getting involuntarily teleported.
Well, there was that. I've heard of there's like that sounds like something might even be on like a 9th level of spell casting.
Wait, did he just say beyond 9th level?
To him, it sounds like beyond 9th level, but to be fair, Arvin only knows up to 4th.
True.
Because that's the current cap on all casters right now that are like full caster classes. It's 9th level, it's beyond 9th level, it's some artifact, it's divine, I don't know.
I assume in my arcane knowledge, I have never fucking seen that before.
Welcome back, Lodo.
Hey, Lodo.
Because my arcana knowledge is even more limited because I didn't train strictly in arcana.
You also hear
the way a wizard would, I should say.
Yeah, no, you hear Orsal like, that's some fucking bullshit then. But hey, wait a minute. Hey, kid.
Yeah.
He's talking to you. Think you try getting and I'll ring up that crazy spooky guy who's like talking to you in your head. Think he might know?
I don't know, let me try. I try asking Alias about this.
Roll Arcana.
Arcana, there you are. That is a pitiful fucking roll.
In this case, because you're being specific, this would be with advantage.
Okay.
So you get that 21 in this case. To which you surprisingly hear like there's a pause. You hear a door like creaking open, like just to you. You look around, there's nothing there. You're like, it's in my head again. Fuck. And then you hear Alias's voice. Oh, so he's still around. Yeah, that's normal for Vic. And then you hear a door slam.
No, come back! You know Vic! Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch!
Yes! Oh, Tori, I know why you do this to people now. Oh, I feel younger.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the
Wonderful.
realization you think it is. I'm just going, oh fuck, because Alias is somehow knows Vic or is connected to him somehow.
Yeah.
That's the light bulb for me.
Isn't it a wonderful feeling, Twin?
Oh God, I love it.
You are right. I'm gonna be super pissed if it somehow turns out to be like, what's his face that dropped the book when I asked Barnabas or Barbas, whatever.
Barbosa.
Barbosa. God fucking damn it!
Arvin looks at you. You okay?
Yeah, just tried talking with my patron. Apparently my patron Alias. Apparently he knows or is somehow connected to Vic.
We have access to the internet. Don't see if we could find anything on him. Necgrace is a very good point. You all have Google available to you, and you have a lot of things to Google search right now.
Yeah. I got a growing
this
list
time.
here. Top of that list is who the fuck is Vic and how is he connected to Alias?
Well, try Googling Alias and Vic if you wanna. So roll me investigation to see how well you Google foo. There is no connection between the two names, but you do find what amounts to a Wikipedia article telling you about the same stuff you got from Padma's aunt about Alias himself. There's no notable people apparently connected to any stories of him by the name of Vic.
What about just Vic?
You get so many unrelated things, it's not even funny, man. The letters VIC are parts of other words.
Garbo to sift through, nothing notable about him specifically.
You maybe get some famous actor who's just this Bishonen looking dude, like Sephiroth almost, but with blonde hair. And this named Vic, or at least that's his stage name, or it was a character in a show. You don't know, you don't care. It's just this blonde asshole whose face you want to punch.
I got that jab.
God.
What jab? I'm just being funny.
No, I thought Vic Eggnog.
Oh no, no, not a Vic Eggnog. No, I've met the guy. He's nice.
Oh, bloody hell! Frustrated, I go to my room and continue my fucking book.
Arvin, however, will step over and he wants to look up something, namely the fucking Odyssey Forged.
Oh shit.
Oh.
That was also on my list, but I got frustrated by the Google foo I just did.
As you walk away, Arvin hold on a sec, grabs you by the arm. Let's check up on, and he points at your sword. Check up on them, I think.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's definitely on my list of things to do. I just got frustrated trying to look up this Alias deity and Vic. And I see this douche, because I'm assuming the page is still open, with his picture on it, and I saw this douche and enough was enough.
Arvin looks at him. He has a very punchable face, and then just deletes the search, type everything else in the Google search. After a second, I got something. And since we don't need that music anymore, because Vic's gone.
Fucking Vic.
Let's pull out the overworld theme for Belsatane.
Let's say I know out of character who Vic is, or at least I think I have a damn good idea.
Oh, type at me out of character, PM me. I want to hear your idea.
Does this Vic have a K in his name or just VIC?
VIC. But it's next typing something at me. Out of character, spot on the money. You were correct.
Vic is?
Yeah, Tori knows because I've told her most of some of the stuff I have for Elemental Odyssey. Vic was one of the things that came up. So we're
now I have to deal with Vic until I figure out what the fuck Alias is.
Well, you say this, you don't know if Vic will show up again or not.
No, I'm saying, yeah. If he does show up, I'm gonna have some fucking questions.
Yeah, Sneck's typing something, and I'm curious before I get on with what Arvin Googled. Yes. Technically, Snake, no. You were a bit too upset and trying to skeet shoot him, and by the time you thought to do it again, you're like, ah, fuck, I lost track of him. So you do... You know, like, vaguely from where far not he went, but, like, he's probably landed by now, and you don't know how far he went, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say he could maybe figure out direction pretty easily.
Like, depending on how... Like, I'm not gonna tell you how intensely Vernai rolled to launch his ass with that catapult. It was pretty intense. So, for all you know, he could be in the ocean right now. He could be in Siren Song C.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with keen mind, even though he's upset, he could probably discern direction pretty easily, just not distance.
Yeah, direction. Like, you know what direction he went? You have no idea if he's landed where he could have landed in that direction, though. And on impact, he probably left immediately, and you don't know where he could have gone from there. By the time you could find it, well, who knows how cold the trail is. But to get to what Arvin's Googling, he finds in a rather short order a article that details it's not like a Wikipedia thing, so it's not like something like tons of people have edited. Okay. It's a it's like a one of those like Discovery Channel like books, National Geographic or whatever, that goes into like arcane myths and legends. And one of them was of the tale of the Odyssey Forged.
I'm just adding a new note here, so sorry if you hear my clacking away. I'm adding new notes for Orzal, so I know he's wind aspected and he's able to speak because of it. I'm trying to remember what else I know of him offhand.
Well, you're gonna get
he's
a
just
bunch
generally
of
amazing.
Yeah, you're gonna get more out of this because Arvin's gonna go through like all of them,
Okay.
including like reports of what they can do at like higher levels of power.
Okay.
It starts off with the myth of the Odyssey Forged. Is there were in the past there was an event that was eventually known as the Elemental Odyssey, as 5 mortal heroes stepped forward to help the gods right an elemental imbalance in the world that had escaped their notice since the creation of Kansara itself. The names of these heroes have been lost, except for one, because his name was either taken from or one of the artifacts was named after him. A man by the name of Hector Stonehearth. Him and his 4 companions took the Odyssey Forged and, well, they righted this imbalance in existence before Kansara, like, tore itself apart. And there's 2 of the Odyssey Forged were attributed to each individual member. The ones wielded by Hector, by Mr. Hector, are noted to be the Fang Collar and the Armor of Stonehearth, which he either derived his name from or had named after him. The Fang Collar is by accounts, an axe that has like intricate like wolf decals on it, and is supposedly much like the armor he wore, in some way blessed by Vernai, because Hector in life was at first devout to the gods of war and nature and the goddess of nature, but he eventually later in life shifted more towards Vernai alone.
I wonder who would get that.
Yeah, right?
The Fang Collar and the armor.
The Uber stick.
Well, the Fang Collar is supposedly like a 1.5 hand axe. It's not like the biggest, but it does supposedly a cut from it burns like acid, and the bearer can howl and call forth spectral wolves.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
that will, assist them in battle. The armor of Stonehearth is a suit of like leather and stone. Like it's an armor made of rocks, but it's like incredibly durable and like can, even if properly utilized, it doesn't like hinder movement, and it can also it sounds like, the way to describe it in like a similar vein, it basically sounds like it has vengeance on it. And the Hector was known to be very durable while wearing it too, so it's sturdy armor, and supposedly hitting it hurts you. Well, hurts whoever's attacking him. The next two were the Limit Crusher and Tidemaster's Ward. They were both wielded by a drow monk whose name, again, lost to history, and she was known for her dance-like grace of the martial arts in combat. The Limit Crusher's supposed abilities is it makes the wearer incredibly strong and capable of just, with a single punch, launching someone like flat on their ass who knows how far.
Which one
and is aspected to the Fanecaller and Stonehearth were nature and earth, respectively.
No, I meant the one you were just describing.
Limit Crusher is metal aspected.
Limit Crusher, okay. I assume we'll get a written list of notes later, maybe, question mark, hopefully?
No.
No? Damn it.
No. Well, maybe. I don't have it prepared, I'm just, like...
Well, I mean at your leisure if you don't have it already.
Eventually I'll get you what you're Googling right now.
Thank you.
Tidemaster's Ward was a enchanted dancer's sash that enabled its wielder to control water to some degree.
I wonder who that's for.
It could
Totally
supposedly soothe wounds, control water itself, create a sanctuary under the ocean, create a sanctuary, or even just call upon the wrath of a Leviathan. Supposedly. The next two are the Ignition Talon and the Spectrum Bracer. The Ignition Talon is the fire attuned of the Odyssey Forged. It is a incredible greatsword that has an affinity for consuming magic directed at its bearer. It sounds like it can absorb hostile spells, or at least part of them, and empower itself to then either unleash fire-based spells or
I was gonna say this sounds a lot like a fire sword version of Cabal's Ruin.
That's exactly it. That was the inspiration for this one. The inspiration for Tidemaster's Ward was the Spire of Conflicts. But the Ignition Talon can supposedly consume magic to defend its bearer, and then, take the arcane energy consumed and convert it into fire spells. The Spectrum Bracer, you've heard this before. It's a arcane, gauntlet that allows the wearer to alter arcane energies that are cast through it, using it as an arcane focus. So you could, if you cast Lightning Bolt with it, you could make Lightning Bolt deal acid damage, or force damage, or thunder damage, or whatever you wanted.
Look at me! I got a Lightning Bolt flamethrower!
Pretty much! Or you could turn Fireball into Frostball. Or, any other shenanigans like that. You could alter spells. Supposedly, it could also allow the bearer to be resistant to types of elemental damage, but it's not particularly clear about that part. And those two were both carried by a mage of some sort who was despite being, a squishy mage, he liked to be in the thick of it.
Muscle wizard.
Not quite. You actually, there's like an artist rendition of the guy. He looks kind of scrawny. He looks scrawny, but it's like you wouldn't want to fuck with him because apparently this artist rendition Ignition Talon looks pretty brutal.
Oh.
The next two were the Winter's Breath that Fenless has, and another called Stormbinder. Winter's Breath is, arcane tunic that, gives the wearer affinity for cold and, the cold breath attack thing. And supposedly you can, freeze large swaths and severely hamper people who are caught in the frigid cold. And even supposedly can eventually make the bearer, completely uncaring to any sort of, cold weather environments.
Sounds like good crowd control.
It's also,
amazing.
pretty decent armor. Winter's Breath is obviously ice. Stormbinder is the Lightning Odyssey Forged. And it is,
Haru?
It's much like the Spectrum Bracer. It's a leather gem set bright leather gauntlet that allows the wearer to supposedly channel lightning into the form of whatever weapon they desire. And both Winter's Breath and Stormbinder were wielded by an ancient druid who assisted Hector's party. The last are the Spectre's Cowl and Orzal the Endless Render. Orzal's supposed abilities, beyond what you've seen him already able to do, include making the wielder swift as the wind, and able to strike like a sudden typhoon. On top of, just becoming a whirling dance of death because of endless rending.
So supposedly I can eventually go faster in some way, shape, or form and hit really, really fucking hard.
So it would seem that's the claims. And as Arvin's reading this, Orzal's like, yeah, sounds about right. I just gotta remember how to do it. He sounds a little ashamed.
Don't worry, buddy. We'll figure it out.
And lastly, there is the Spectre's Cowl, which is a cape, is a hooded cloak arrangement that purportedly can make its bearer turn completely invisible and strike with just straight up strike from the shadows for incredible damage.
Ooh.
On top of, supposedly it claims it can attune the wearer to darkness, but it's not particularly clear on what that means.
Oh, I can't wait to find that fucking cowl.
But the cowl and Orzal's original wielder were a rogue of some sort. Known for, being a stealthy, sneaky motherfucker who kind of cut up everyone in the motherfucking room when he felt like it.
Interesting uses, considering I'm not a rogue.
Well, yeah, because it also mentions Orzal is abnormally light for a longsword, or supposed to be. And so, technically speaking, Orzal has the finesse property. You could be doing damage with dex with it if you had high dex.
Yeah, and I don't have high dex.
No, you don't, so you're just using brute force.
Which neither I or Orzal mind. Seems that
no.
way. Seems that way anyway.
Hey, what works. There is also another thing noting the last supposed sightings of each of them. There isn't one listed for the Spectre's Cowl or Winter's Breath.
Well,
At least not in this article. But Orzal's last known sighting coincides with like what he told you, that he like it was disappeared like 300 years ago. Like Orzal's like it seems to be the one that was most consistently found and thus researched, so people are more aware of Orzal specifically. The armor of Stonehearth, its last known wear was about 800-ish years ago, and they were heading for some place known as the Domain of Conflict.
I'm trying to remember, where was Orzal? Where did Orzal say he was 300 years ago?
That was the Dunespire Citadel. He said he was past there a few times. So it was a holy site. This is not a holy site, or at least it doesn't seem to be, because it doesn't. Because it also mentions the Domain of Conflict is an unknown for what it could be. It's suspected to be something potentially related to the god Fendris, but no one knows for sure.
And you said the cowl had no known whereabouts at all.
There's no one has apart from the myths, the only proof of really they exist is like it was either just the myth or they were found before recorded history and then disappeared. But well, you guys have Winter's Breath, so there's that one off the list.
I kind of want to find that fucking cowl. Because even though I'm not a rogue, that would just be kind of badass.
The cow, well, not the cowl. Fang Collar supposedly was last seen in the hands of a paladin of Vernai somewhere on Nova.
Well, if we don't
supposedly
have any other leads to follow, we can try and follow that. If Celestine wants to be even more broke as fuck.
Yes, broke as fuck.
I would think he would want the Hector armor first, personally, because he was like, I want more AC!
And I both.
Where's that little taco girl? Vámonos dos.
I mean, to be fair, look at the armor and look at the axe, and who you all use as axes. Who do you think these two are gonna go to?
Wait, did you say where the armor was last seen, or did you not get to that yet?
The armor was supposedly last seen on someone who was searching for a place called the Domain of Conflict, and no one knows what that is. Or at least no one knew back then, whenever this fucking article was published.
Which means obviously no one knows where the fuck it is either.
Yeah, especially because that article is only about 5 years old. But the Fang Collar is supposedly somewhere in Nova, or it has two listed locations, either somewhere in Nova or near the Yggdrasil Reef.
And we're on the continent of Nova.
You're on Nova. The Yggdrasil Reef is way over here in this divot.
Oh, sweet fucking Jesus.
Yeah. That's where Celestine was headed when he got abducted.
I mean, Celestine might have been looking for it? Or he was just on a pilgrimage, one or the other?
He was just on a pilgrimage. He didn't probably expect to find, like, supposedly a sacred axe associated with his deity there.
So it's either on the giant-ass continent or somewhere in that little divot, probably that island.
Yeah, you've got two locations for that one.
The
Spectrum Bracer was last seen around 200 years ago and was supposedly stolen from a vault.
Any more information if we were to dig into that?
If you do, you just find like it was a museum in Anakmos that was holding it, and then it disappeared from there one night. No one knows how or why.
Okay.
But it's like the most recent definitive sighting was that one.
Any mention of it being cursed?
Nope.
Okay.
You got that detail from Orzal himself, who, well, since he was last seen, his last sighted was only 100 years before the last sight of the Bracer. He probably knows. Well, he probably has the best information about it, so
And he gave us that information, right?
Yeah, he told you straight, like, last you heard, some bad juju went down and it was cursed.
Yep.
And apparently it still is. The Tidemaster's Ward was supposedly in a temple of Dulcea somewhere, but it doesn't say. But there's never been like any definitive
research.
Well, no definitive one pinned down, because almost all the temples of Dulcea are known, or at least old like ancient temples, and everyone that's been found, the Tidemaster's Ward has never turned up there. The Stormbinder is somewhere in Marnat. Somewhere in Marnat with the note that our researchers will look deeper, but it's fucking Marnat, so they decided to, so they didn't do that. As well.
Do we know anything?
Marnat is Space Australia.
Space Australia.
Like to sum it up, it's Space Australia.
I thought we were Space Australia.
If it's Space Australia, does that mean that it's going to be the absolute most dangerous place on this entire planet?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. It's like
Marnat is definitively the place where if you like wander around not knowing what you're doing, you fucking die.
Multiple reasons.
Yeah, it's also right next to Marnat is Space Hong Kong. Marnat is the name. Marnat is the name of the the Space Hong Kong. The continent that's like really super dangerous is Querno. My bad.
So Querno's the one that gets that meme picture where it's just a landscape photo with a caption that reads, "There are over 5,000 things in this photo that will fucking kill you."
Yes, that's Querno.
Marnat is similar, but for very different reasons.
Marnat is similar because it's Hong Kong, Space Hong Kong, and well, if you've seen like mafia movies and shit or Yakuza films, guess what goes down in Marnat. The Ignition Talon is actually the Ignition Talon is the one that has the most up-to-date whereabouts because it is a known commodity. It is, or at least it was until 3 years ago.
Oh, lovely.
It was somewhere. It was in a chapel. It was in a location of one of the churches of Fendris in Rillisert, and it was someone broke in and stole it. The thief was found, but he'd already pawned it off to someone, and well, when they found him, he was also dead. And it looked like he'd been burnt to death, so it's pretty sure someone took the Ignition Talon and killed him with it.
I was just about to say, I wonder who was sleeping on guard duty that night. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
It wasn't Skara, but Skara did hear about that.
I know, I was just gonna make that joke.
The last one is Limit Crusher, which is supposedly behind a series of incredibly perplexing clues somewhere in a ancient Zal ruin in Danakmos. But yeah, that's all of them, because well, you've got 2 of the 10, and you know that a third is currently out in the wild right now.
Yep.
But as he gets to the bottom, Arvin's like, wait, there's one more thing. Supposedly, it is uncommon for more than one of them to be in active use at any given time. 2 at most. If it's more than that, there's something strange going on, at least so the legends go.
So basically meaning we're kind of on that bubble of finding and using more than what's usually talked about.
Like the Like, there's usually one or two. There's like one that's a known commodity for a while, one or two, and then they disappear again. But you guys actively know of 3 being active. So there's some shit going down.
Wait, does it say? Is it like
It doesn't
calamity level? Something going
doesn't
down?
say. It just says that it's a significant event when there's more than 2 of them in active use at a given time. Because, well, all the stories go, the last time they were all used at once was in the Odyssey itself.
Huh. Well then.
Or at least that's all that this article has.
Well then, do we want to do some sort of hunting, or do we have any other leads that we need to follow yet, or?
You still have the lead from Skara's church, which they haven't called you back about yet. But you also haven't been back in town, so you don't know if you just don't have a cell phone signal, because they might not be able to get through to his PDA from where you're at.
I forget, what was the thing from his church again?
It was a lead on what, on the orders that got him captured and 2 of his fellow paladins killed. That led to him being on that airship.
Okay.
It came from the branch in Gilvain, but the trail like kind of stopped there because it was just most of the information about it was leading, and they've got like dudes coming in to investigate things.
Skara, any word from your people yet?
No, not that I know of. I guess I'll check my device, but I'm assuming it doesn't have anything on it.
Actually it does. There is a message. Arrive at your earliest convenience within the next 2 days, please. And it also mentions specifically, bring any traveling companions you have with you. With the comment, I assume they're all brought up to speed, yes?
Yeah, I'll let them all know.
Okay, so you guys have a lead, and at that, we will call it here for the session before it starts getting absurdly late again. I'm trying to be considerate, DM man. That's why I had all the fighting at the start.
Good man.
Thank you for that.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Let's stop Crunkenite for now.
I was surprised we had that second fight at all the way it was going. 2 of them just dropped before any of us get a turn.
To be fair, I hadn't expected Celestine to stealth up like that. So that changed a lot of things.
Yeah, what I was gonna try and do was like jump up behind the pillar out of the view of them, and hopefully the other crew doesn't react. So that way I could just quick come around the freaking pillar and do like a sneak attack or something. But Celestine did it for me, so fuck it.
That's right. I talked to Roses from Brooklyn.
Hey, look at this guy! Beep a bop, beep a boop, beep a bop.
I mean, when you called up insects in the fucking airship, and you talked to Barry B. Benson from the Bee Movie. Do you not remember that?
I'll be right back.
I do.
Alright guys, that's going to do it for my stream tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow with Raid. I'm so sorry that I didn't get to stream Raid today. Mainly because I'm doing a job that's 2.5 hours away from where I live, and I didn't get to leave until about 1 in the afternoon, so I ended up missing Raid altogether. But we will have Raid tomorrow. We'll see you guys then. Peace.